Hello everybody, good morning or good afternoon or good evening depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy! What are we at? We're at Thursday. It's July the 23rd. Hi Twitch, hi YouTube. Hello! Oh, how is everybody doing today? Let's see. Let's turn on some game sound. It's a little acapella here. I want to go to Zul'Aman and I want to lay waste to some rares. I'm still farming for my Witherbark Pango. I don't know how many rares I've killed, but I do know I need to kill at least one more because I don't have my last mount yet. We're still 7 of 8. Still 7 of 8. Saw on YouTube that you were live. Hopped over here to preserve my anonymity. Good evening, morning. Good evening. Hello. That's a grown-up Tiki there. Your new video was delightful. The Bejeweled World quests were my favorite Najatar. I'm so glad that you liked it. The video's not doing real good, and that's okay. It's a little different, and it's not that long. But I had a lot of fun making it. Perk, thank you for the 86-month resub. Appreciate it very much. Thank you so much for being here. Hello! Are you gonna make another one with minigames that are not toys? I mean, I'm not gonna play those because they're far. There's Plants vs. Zombies. I know that one. That's all I got. What else is there? Also, I don't know if we're off to a rounding success from the first video that would necessitate a sequel. Appreciated that he reminded me of old Hazel videos. It was fun. I want videos to be fun again. If I have to read another patch note, I'm gonna die. And I need to I need to change my content. It's got to be something different. It needs to be fun. I need to like it. I wouldn't watch a patch notes video because I don't care that much about patch notes anymore. I'm still playing the game, but like, oh man, there's a little more damage and less ability, and this one's got a little less damage. What are we gonna do? Nothing. We're gonna be fine. It's fine. Raid's gonna come out. We're gonna kill the boss. And we're gonna get some loot. Wow, like it's fine. It's still fun. I don't care. I don't care anymore. And I can't pretend that I do. I'm going to Zul'Aman. That's what I'm doing. Have you tried decor duels? I have. I have farmed every single reward from decor duels. I have the mount. I have all the decor. I have it all. I even have the weapon transmogs. Got the star carver. Nice. Still need to finish up mine. Good morning, Lady Alisteri. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Happy that I don't have to go back there. How low is the chance for these mounts? Killed lots and lots. Have 6 of 8. Last one's is the toughest. We don't know exactly. We don't have any hard data. It's hard to say. It does take some doing sometimes. I didn't know there's a new video. I'll have to go check. I put it up at a weird time too. That probably didn't help. I should have waited and put it out in the morning like I normally do, but I was excited about it because I liked it and I thought I'm just gonna put it out. And then I'll just wait for the fame to wash over me. Make videos fun again. I don't know about a red hat. Oh, this week people were talking about, yeah, that's true. I watched, I think it was Tettles did a recap video of it, and then I was reading some of the WoW forums too. I love that drama. I think it's so funny. I can't believe that it's real. I think it's so funny that it's real. I didn't even know they could still do that, is my main takeaway. What do you mean GMs can still one-shot mobs on the live game if they choose to do so? Hey, can you do me a solid? I feel like the memes we're gonna get from this are gonna be phenomenal. I'm so happy to have just like unifying WoW drama that's not like I said yesterday, it's not about hate speech, you know? It's not a culture war thing. No one's being awful. People are just being dumb. Oh, pretty great. You don't want to tell people that Devour Demon Hunter got buffed 10% damage again. Yeah, it was a good scandal. This is one for the ages. I did update the hair color. Yeah, I put some more dye in it. I brightened it up a little bit. No. I don't want any interference. I don't want anyone to do me a solid. It would be a big non-solid to try and do me a solid. Whoa, I want to tag that. I don't want lore fights anymore. A lot of comments directed to the one streamer. I saw some people misunderstanding. I think, what was it, Yumi interviewed one of the guys from the group, and people were completely misunderstanding and thinking that he was one of the people that did it. and like hating on him for it, which is just a shocking lack of reading comprehension. Saw something about being allowed 100 pet beds in the PTR. That I haven't seen. That would be something. That's a lot of pet beds. Like the new shade. It's just it fades as you wash it, so I just put a little bit more color in it to brighten it up in between if I ever do the roots. I'm gonna let the roots grow out pretty bad before I mess with them, because bleaching my roots at home is gonna kind of suck. So I'm gonna let them get pretty gnarly. But my hair grows pretty fast, so they're gonna get gnarly in kind of a hurry. Pet beds got updated. You can have 100 inside, a little bit more on the outside. Oh, 100. I guess some people have like massive houses, and also they might have wanted like, I don't know. It's funny to me that each pet is going to be associated with a bed, because I'm imagining like maybe somebody with a like a spooky house, you know, an undead house. They might want a bunch of cockroaches and spiders and stuff. Are they just going to have to hide like tiny little minimum sized pet beds and just stuff them into other decor? Or are you just going to have each spider has like a cat bed to sleep in? You're probably just going to end up hiding them if you don't want that pet to actually sleep in the bed. I think is probably how that's going to work, but it's just a funny thing to think about. Anyone know how I can collect 100 Mr. Chili pets? I want a penguin colony. I think you're out of luck. I think you can only have 3 of any one. Also, I don't know how you would even get copies of Mr. Chili. I don't even think I have one. Should I? Let's just keep doing the lamp. I do want to have a second to sit down and drink some coffee. I didn't even start in the house today. Sometimes I start streaming the house and I like do a little lap and say good morning a few times and have a bit of coffee. But today apparently no time to lose. We got rares to kill. Oh yeah, we do got rares to kill. They're up, which I appreciate. Yesterday I was having a terrible time trying to get them. Is there a website like Petopia for battle pets? Warcraft Pets, that's a classic, warcraftpets.com. What kind of function are you looking for is the question. There might be different websites that help more or less. Zufu, yep, Zufu's good. Zufu's great for strats and for battling. Warcraft Pets is maybe a little bit more collecting focused. Don't even remember Mr. Chili. I'm sure I don't have him. I feel like he might have been like a BlizzCon or like a collector's edition pet from like I have Mr. Bigglesworth, Wiggles, Krabs, Delver, Grubs, and Longlegs. No Chili. No Chili. Krabs is pretty good. My favorite pet is my baby Blizzard Bear. Like simple armory if you're looking to collect. Yeah, searching for pets to put in my house. So you want to browse pets by appearance. That can probably be done, but I wonder where. I wonder what the best way to do that is. Because that's a good idea. I totally see why you would want that. A lot of the pet sites that we have now are either focused around battling, like Zufu, or collecting, like Armory and Data for Azeroth and Warcraft Pets. I don't know anywhere you can just browse them like a cosmetic library. A very old pet you got for merging your account. You guys remember they used to bribe you to put an authenticator on your account with a little corehound pup? Do I still have him? I must. Oh yeah, I named mine Security because I'm original. And filled with original thoughts. Hi Hazel, have you seen in 12.1 they are doing guild houses? I have not seen that. I wonder if my guild would do it. I feel like they would not. My guildies did some housing. I have a few guildies that made some pretty cool houses, but there's only like 6 or 7 of us. I feel like that really dug into it. That one up? No? Okay. Do you pronounce in your family like 10 years ago, Murky Buckets? Merci beaucoup. That is some very good security. I never had like the keychain authenticator. I went straight to the app. I think at one point in my life I had the app on an iPod Touch because it didn't run on my phone at the time. And I didn't have an iPhone yet. And I installed the app on an iPod. And that was my authenticator for a while. Got to visit an all-gnome housing community recently. Was it like an outreach program? Are they trying to drum up interest in the problems that affect young gnomes today? Instead of guild houses, your guild rents out a house every now and then to not mess with the HOA. They get a guild B&B. Husband and I had authenticators back in the day. I mean, it sounds like it would have been really convenient because you wouldn't have to worry about... I don't know. I feel like there's a couple of drawbacks to having it on your phone, but they did eventually die. And if it died and you didn't depair it from your account first, you were in dire straits. You were in capital T trouble. Getting an authenticator removed from your own account requires you to undergo scrutiny of the highest degree. Oh, man. Mine died last year. Actually, quite easy to get it removed. Oh, that's good. I haven't messed with it in a long time, but I've heard people having to do, like, just the most insane, identity proof that questions that you didn't even have and scans of your ID and whatnot. Check on this one. Yeah. Oh yeah, digital one for sure. The Battle.net app is great. Or at least it works as an authenticator. I appreciate that they don't make us pull out the code very often anymore. I almost never have to do it. And every time they ask me to, I'm like, wait, I still have this, right? And then I find out that I still have it. I'm like, okay, whew. Just found my old authenticator still works. It's attached to a Frostmourne letter opener. Oh, hell yeah. Oh man, that sounds like the perfect tool to crack open your brand new World of Warcraft Collector's Edition. You gotta use the Frostmourne letter opener. I think it was harder at one point. As the authenticators got older, were dying. I think they relaxed a bit about pulling them off your account. I remember once they did a World of Warcraft like credit card, and for some reason I wanted it. And I, like, didn't get approved for it. I was, like, upset about that. Because I didn't have any credit history at the time. Oh, man, I could have had Thrall on my... I don't remember what kind of credit card it was. A MasterCard or a Visa or something. And now, I don't know why I wanted that so badly. I don't really know what the, what the draw was. But at the time, I found that very cool. I had a friend who got divorced, had great difficulty with her WoW account because of the name change. Yeah, I've been down that road. You just wait long enough and you don't need to change the name if the mayor gents. Works right out. Did use the Waze app for a while so Thrall could tell me to turn right and all that. Did that work? I mean, it must have. Because you made it home, because you're on your computer, because you're still here. Otherwise, you'd still be wandering the streets, asking Thrall where to go next. Today. Hi, Astra. How you doing today? Happy Thursday. I did an Elias hard mode in 8 minutes on Disc Priest last night. Forgot to even drink before going in, so I went and it was still fine. So easy, like people say. Nice. Congrats. Yeah. Recommend hard Elias. Even if you think you can't do it, you think you normally don't do those, you think you're scared, you just do it. You're by yourself. No one, even if you wipe, no one has to know. You don't have to tell me. You can tell me. You don't have to tell me. You could wipe in secret, but I bet you won't wipe because it's really easier than what people might have in mind. It is very different from what Nemesis bosses were in the past. I think that was the most cynical thing I've ever heard you say, although true. He was on the Waze ad along with Sonic, so it must have worked. Been watching your videos for a good few years now. Hi, Justin D. Jones. Thanks for watching my videos. I appreciate it. Greetings all. Hey, Day. What's up? Happy Thursday. How's your weather? We do live videos. We do live videos. We do sometimes pre-recorded, overly edited videos where your girl finally splurged to get access to a royalty-free sound library and maybe didn't know when to stop. You can even do it in PvP, you're in a healer, trust. Very curious about the next Delve boss. The only thing I know about him is that people are calling him Simon Says. Yeah, I didn't look at it even a little bit. I'll do it live when it comes out. I bet it's going to be harder than Elias, because it has to be, right? How could it be easier than Elias? I bet they'll correct a little bit. It was 12 Celsius this morning here. The heck? Glad this is ending. I'm a reptile. That is weird. Yeah, I don't know where the 12/1 announcement date is. I'm assuming that's what you're asking about. 10.2 probably got announced. I feel like we did that a few years ago. Simon says mechanic is only for GPS or a different role. Weird. Do I want to hang around and wait for the last few, or do I want to? Let's just keep it rolling. Let's just maybe clean up the bags a little bit. We can hang around long enough to do that, and then get on another character and keep killing rares. Harder than Elias, easier than Kaiveza, on par with the Undermine one, making stuff up. Underpin was annoying because it was so... The difficulty came from a mechanic that is so foreign to, like, what most... Oh, hey! I don't know. The ball kicking thing is what I'm trying to get at. The ball kicking thing is very different from anything that I normally have to do. WoW makes me do a lot of things, and aim is typically not one of them. Certainly not aim under a time pressure. So that was a tough one for me. I did do it. It was hard, though. Simon says part actually true from what I heard. Just woke up. Bit behind. Plenty of content for you to do. Farm Underpin and Kaiveza for the mount. What mount is that? The one that I'm on? This is Star Carver. What is it called? Some kind of Star Carver. Voidmancer's Star Carver. It is from Trip Around the Stars? Yeah, Trip Around the Stars. Vol achievements. Patch content. Please, you're streaming here on YouTube as well as Twitch. Also, your new opening is awesome. Thank you so much. Shucks. I'm so pleased this is working. I should just try things instead of assuming they're going to suck. I had it in my head that multi-streaming was going to just be terrible for everybody. People were going to be confused about where the chat was coming from. They weren't going to know what I was talking about. They were going to feel ignored. It's fine. We're doing fine. It's actually very fun. It actually saves me time. It's easier than what I was doing before, because before, to upload to YouTube, I had to export it through Twitch. I had to check it 6 hours later. I had to go through and change a bunch of permissions and like do a little interview and add all the metadata. And this way, it's all there already. All I have to do is edit, like clip out the intro and a break, and that's it. And I suppose I don't even have to do that. It's a VOD. People can click through it if they want. But I know sometimes people put on stream VODs as like a podcast, and I don't want them to have to deal with me getting up to go walk around. Fun, yeah. When in doubt, do the thing. See where it leads. See if anybody watches it. I have all but one rare mount from Midnight. I have everything. I have all the mounts from the 12, or from the patch content. And then for Midnight Rares, we're 7 out of 8. You say it all the time. When you look one way, it's YouTube chat. You look the other, it's Twitch. It's true. It's true. I think the thing I have to do, or I'd like to try to do, is if I'm answering a chat message, to just read it out first so that there's context for people that don't see it in chat. And just kind of enunciate so that people have a half a chance of catching what the question was. Or the statement. I just found a football bracket soccer. Thank you for translating. Pitch in Silvermoon City, you can get a ball to kick. That's fun. There was a whole, like, foot bomb quest line in the Goblin starting area, I remember. Yes, please. Alright, now I really did all the rares. That was great. I didn't have to wait for many of them. And we finished the coffee. Although, why is the coffee gone? Rare Scanner is the add-on that I use for rares. Can confirm I often treat streams podcast style, especially VODs that I miss. When in doubt, rob a bank. What's the worst thing they're gonna do? Arrest you? But head there in Herondar, see if I can finish him. Nice. You can try Facebook streaming next. I could, I have the technology, if I messed with it a little bit more, to set up a vertical co-stream. Twitch and YouTube, and also like Instagram and TikTok and stuff, support vertical streaming, and there's software now that can kind of like reconfigure, I guess, like you can choose which part of your screen you want to show. I feel like that would be kind of worse, and there'd be no chance that I would be able to keep up with any chat that's happening on like a third platform. I feel like 2 platforms worth of chat is it. Whether or not it would be worth to set it up just to have it live, I don't know. I don't plan to try Kick next. The vibes are kind of rancid. I don't know if it's because it's completely run by, like, gambling money or what, but I feel like that's not my scene. Did you miss me? Hi, Scarlet. Missed ya. Of course. I am just a lonely little warrior. Oh, it says it's up, but it's not true. Sometimes you just gotta sniff test something online before you sign up for it. I'm gonna try to get out of my comfort zone, but we still have to have some standards. Every time a headline starts with Kick Streamer, I know I'm about to read the most heinous thing ever. It is kind of the Florida man of the streaming world. It is, I do get that. Keyboard keeps swapping to French. Oh, mon dieu. That's it. That's the end of my French. Alright. Coffee done. Water's up next. Where are my rares? This character is not in war mode, and I'm wondering if maybe she should be. I'll do my lap, and if I get all the way up to Lightwood Borer and I don't find anything, or I'm, like, kind of stuck around waiting, I will, oh no, this one's up. Pop over and turn it on. Car crashes, attempted murder while streaming was, like, the most tame story I heard. I don't understand, and this, I hope, is not a hot take. I don't understand why people stream while driving. I don't even, like, mess with, like, I get my passenger to mess with the AC while I'm driving. I don't understand. That seems so crazy to me. I'm like, call me grandma, but like, ew. Confident, experienced driver, that is utterly insane to me. It's so distracting, even if you're not looking at chat, even if you can't even see chat. The fact that you know that people are watching you and that you're live on stream, it takes up some bandwidth. It takes up some of your proverbial meat brain RAM. I need all my meat brain RAM so that I don't, like, I don't know, break some rules or hit some people and get in big trouble. You know what the worst thing that could happen to you in a day is you have to talk to insurance agents. We don't want that. Someone who almost crashed a week ago getting a day ban on Twitch. That's crazy to me. The fact that they'll change rules so that you can't drink and stream, which is probably for the best, and like engage in other like dangerous behaviors, but they're not going to just outright ban streaming and driving. Don't get it at all. Someone who got banned, unbanned, yeah, that's wild. That's just reckless. Which remix expansion are you hoping for? I've read online they're coming out with a new one. I'm wishing for Shadowlands. I would like Shadowlands. I would like BFA, I think, like 5% more, but I would be happy with either of them. Shadowlands and BFA are my top two picks. I will play any remix. They could make any remix. I will play it, and I'm sure I will have fun. Remix is always a good time. But BFA is my top pick, and then Shadowlands. I think Island Expeditions would be super fun. Are you allowed to use your phone while driving in the US or in Canada? It's not allowed in the UK. I don't. I mean, I don't do it. People do. I remember when I was looking into getting like a learner's permit again when I came back to Canada, back when I thought that I hadn't had my license long enough to get my full license. In BC, on certain learner's permits, you're not allowed to have even like your phone out. Even if you're not using it, you're not allowed to have it like out with you in the car. And I remember being worried about that because I'm like, I don't want to like be on it, but like I need it to be doing the maps. I'm gonna have to have it pipe audio directions through the speaker or something because I don't want to get pulled over, but I need to know where I'm going. But yeah, I'm sure there's laws. I feel like people don't. People are always on their phones and it's upsetting to me. Hi there. Hello. How you doing? Do you think we'll get a tiny hint of the remix in BlizzCon? Maybe. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they preview it a little bit. All they'd have to do is just reveal which expansion it's going to be. They don't have to tell us anything else. When I last drove in BC, they hadn't invented smartphones. Still can't believe I'm going to be a BlizzCon. Oh, you're going to have fun. I will not be at BlizzCon. I will be watching the stream from home. And then putting on my own jammies and sleeping in my own bed. Tucking in my own kitty cats at night. We smooch each of them on the forehead and then tuck them in like a Charles Dickens novel. It's gonna be a very rushed weekend. It goes really fast. It's a total blur. I remember when I went, I got so like overwhelmed and overstimulated that, and just fried, that I stopped like understanding things that were said to me. At first I was like, oh man, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna plan out content and I'm gonna execute interviews and I'm gonna do all this stuff. And then I got there and my goal very quickly became, let's try to remember to eat. Maybe we can hit up the Subway. If we really stretch ourselves, we can try to find a sandwich, and that's my goal for the day. My standards downgraded very quickly. There is a Subway nearby. Never know who you're going to see there. We used to order pizza for BlizzCon night, but then there was the year where the only language we could get on the stream was Portuguese, and we couldn't figure out how to change it, and there wasn't enough time to learn Portuguese. As BlizzCon a day you do not stream. I feel like if... I mean, it might be. Usually they do it over a weekend. Usually they do it like Thursday through Sunday. I would be surprised if it wasn't that. I stream Thursdays through Sundays. I did get the Silver Moon Broom pet. I picked up I kept finding them actually because they tend to spawn around the Decor Duel area. And I was just hanging out there waiting for my Decor Duel queues to pop, so easy peasy. Yeah, it'll be on the weekend. It'll be right after my birthday. I'm gonna need everybody to make sure that they manage to split their excitement between BlizzCon and my birthday. You know, I don't want everyone getting so carried away about BlizzCon that you forget about me. Right? Yeah, pinky swear? Okay, good. Rest in peace to Cordul. I think it's probably for the best that they're gonna... Because they could always whip it out again later. They could always bring it back for a patch. But I feel like the queues were just gonna get super dead if they left it up forever. Could never forget about your birthday. Will already be in my pajamas, snuggled up when the stream for BlizzCon starts. Time zone triples. Yeah, they decided to take Decor Duel away. It's gonna retire with 12.1. But in the meantime, they doubled the rewards. They doubled the currency rewards. So if you have not yet got the things that you want from Decor Duel, which might include this lovely Magister's Spellbee. This is the Decor Duel mount, if anyone hasn't seen it. Now is the time. These weeks are the time. Go duel. Go become the Decor. Let the Decor flow through you. It's much better than it was when they first announced it. You can get your currency. You can get your stuff. Have at it, everybody. It's going away. Foldcon going forward, interesting. The thing that surprises me about it the most is just that they didn't tell us that from the jump. I bet they didn't know. I bet they hadn't planned that originally. Otherwise, I feel like they would have communicated that when they brought it out in the first place. It just feels like a little bit of a bait and switch. It's fine by me. I have all my stuff, but... You can see it coming back like Trial style. Yeah, I totally do too. Because it's a fun mode. And I also feel like they could probably improve it. I feel like if they gave a few people some time, they could probably make some changes and adjustments to it that would make it more fun. I don't know what, but a good dev would. It's a lot of resources to dedicate to a game mode that's a one-off. I wonder how many resources it really took. Some, I'm sure. Engagement must have been super low. I think that there wasn't... A lot of people either didn't know about it or skipped it. I feel like it came out on top of so much other content that it kind of flew under the radar for a bunch of people. See info on Last Titan this BlizzCon? I wouldn't be surprised. Actually, I'd be kind of surprised if we didn't. I'm sure they would tell us something. Intentionally skipped it. Fall into that bucket. Now that you know that they're FOMOing you, are you going to go do it, or are you gonna sit it out? Both valid answers. No wrong. No wrong answers. Hell no. Do you feel like you're gonna spite them for trying to persuade you to do it with this forced scarcity? JakeFX1, thank you for the 50-month resub. Resubbing so the 8th mount will drop. Oh, imagine if it had just dropped. That would have been so cool. No spite. Oh, you're a better person than me. I feel like most things I do are fueled by spite. Just not something I want to play. Listen to you being all grown up and well adjusted. After the changes they did, it's actually playable now. Before it was lame how you couldn't hide in the hide and seek game. It was so funny and so tilting how sensitive the AFK punishment was. And the fact that you could try your hardest and actively play for 2 entire rounds and then have the game go, no, you get nothing, you stinky cheater. And it's like, what? What do you mean? And they fixed that. That's totally different and better now. I'm gonna do this roll quest while I'm here. This one's easy. And I'm just waiting for my rare to come up anyway. Saturday, Sunday this year instead of Friday, Saturday? Is it normally only 2 days? Oh, this is someone else's. I guess so. I always made it a couple of days of a trip. I found out you really don't want to show up night before if you can avoid it. It's nice to have a buffer day on either end of it because BlizzCon is exhausting and traveling is exhausting, and it's really easy to be just totally toasted and like too fried to have fun if you show up on the Thursday and you leave on the Sunday. That was what I learned, especially if there's like events and stuff that, or like, you know, meetings or parties or whatever that you want to go to in the days before. And then the Sunday after BlizzCon is a great day to do like Disney or anything else that you want to do in that area. And then fly back on a weekday when it's a little bit less busy. I always liked seeing all of like the WoW merch and luggage and stuff and shirts and hoodies and bags and pins like at the airport and stuff around BlizzCon time. Should I wait? Yeah, it'll be up, I believe. I feel like they should let you recolor all of the decor. There's a ton of pieces I like, but the color's not good. Yeah, more dyeable things would be nice for sure. I agree. Thoughts on Blizzard introducing new ways to get unobtainable events, collectibles like event exclusives, promo stuff, gladiator mounts, etc., etc. I'm fine with them bringing stuff back. I'm also kind of fine with them not. I don't really have a lot of skin in that. In my brain, if something is not available, it doesn't exist to me because I can't get it. So there's no sense in me worrying about it. So it doesn't matter if they let me get it because it doesn't exist because I couldn't get it. But I also don't feel like when I have something that's no longer available, I don't feel like I won anything or like I got anything over on anyone. Like, I don't mind if they let other people get the thing. I'm very neutral on it. I don't really care. I've never had an expectation I'm going to get everything in this game. It's such an unreasonable thing to hold for yourself. There's too much stuff. That is not a human job. Affording Disney in the year 2026, I wish. Yeah. I've heard it got even more expensive than it was the last time I went. And it was expensive the last time I went. Which was like 2018, 2019? Gosh, has it been 7 years? That's upsetting. I'm getting old over here. For a while, I thought you might get all the decor in the game. I almost did in early access. And I feel like I tried extra hard to do it in early access because I felt like that was going to be the last time that it felt possible to get all the decor. I've let go of it now. More decor is always good, but all of it, I don't think so. It's not gonna happen. Did some things before and after BlizzCon. Definitely took it easy the day before. Yeah. If I did go, and I'm not going, but if I did go, I would definitely put more effort into hydrating, nutrition, try and track down some food that I know is going to sit fine with me and not just wing it. Maybe do a little bit of planning about where I'm going to find food and when and what I'm going to get so that I'm not, like, skipping meals or anything. Bringing lots of comfy stuff to wear. Warm stuff for a hotel room. I used to have this really cute travel kettle that I would bring in my luggage, and I would use it to make a little cup of tea in my hotel room, and that was super nice. I liked that. Sometimes a cup of tea made you feel like home. Hand sanitizer, I'd probably be packing that this time around. Gorgeous hair color, 10 out of 10. Thank you, Zapharox. Flu shot, good too. Oh yeah, 100%. All of the disinfectant, get your flu shot. Also, kind of, maybe don't plan anything big and important for right after you get home, because, like, even with the best of intentions and the finest of execution, you are probably going to get sick unless you have some baller immune system. It is an absolute incubator for communicable diseases. Like, you are going to get sick. No one ever comes back from the con without a little bit of con cred. Gosh, I got the worst. I had my flu shot and I still got the flu. I guess it would have been even worse if I hadn't had the shot. When I came home from, I think it was 2018. I think it was the first time. It was one of them. I went twice. One of them I came back and I was so excited because I was like, okay, I'm going to get home and I'm going to finally like catch up on videos. And that was back when I still thought I could keep up with videos and I could make things when they were topical and timely, and that it was really important to do that. It was before I like gave up and stuff. And I get home and then I'm immediately just like flat on my back on the floor. Like, I can't do anything. Don't say that, Hazel. I have to go to class right after BlizzCon. Yeah, stay hydrated, disinfectant. Maybe don't drink too much if you're not, unless you really want to do that. That's definitely a good way to crush your immune system. Everyone I know that still does cons all year round stopped getting con cred when they went back to masking indoors. Love the minigame videos, 10 out of 10. Thank you. I will take any and all validation about that one because I was feeling a little bit iffy about it because it's not performing very well metrically. Which is understandable and fine, and nobody's fault. It's just because it's different and it's short, and it's... I was having a hard time trying to figure out how to, like, thumbnail it and stuff. I did 2 different thumbnails, and they both suck. But, I appreciate that. I had a lot of fun with it. You've been real cute. Thank you. Arisoon, thank you for the 59-month race sub. Enjoying WoW and cozy Hazel time after traveling to visit family. Thanks for creating this great space. Aww. Shucks, thanks for being here. Don't drink alcohol, we're good. That'll help. That'll help for sure. Anything you can do to get good sleep while you're there too. Anything you can do to make yourself a little more comfortable wherever you're staying so that you can get some decent sleep. But it's hard. It's so hard to sleep because you're excited, because everything's so exciting. And you're out and you're doing stuff and you're meeting people and you're having fun, and then you're just like, it's very hard to come down. Been to lots of conferences with work. You can tell people who have been before. Ladies in heels always making me laugh. Everyone else in running shoes. There is a reason. I did BlizzCon in heeled boots. They were like a wide heel, and it was like an ankle boot, so they were supportive. It wasn't like a stiletto, but I did it in that because I wanted to be tall as hell. Because I wanted to be able to see my friends. I wanted my friends to be able to find me in a crowd. And I knew from working in them that I could work an 8-hour day in them, and I put maybe 15 kilometers on. Fine. You know, insoles. You get used to it. I don't think I could walk in them anymore. I don't have them anymore, but I don't know if I could walk in heels all day anymore. I can't even walk in normal shoes. I need, like, hiking shoes. I need, like, orthopedics. Ma'am, you are already tall? Yeah, but that's what makes it so fun. If you are already... I'm like 5'10", maybe 5'9" if I'm slouching. And if I put on like a 2-inch like heeled chunky boot or something like that, and I have bright colored hair, I am a beacon. You can find me. No one shall lose me in the crowd. It's great. Also, I can see everything. I just have to be worried about who's behind me that can't see over my enormous gawky head. But I can, you're definitely not worried about not being able to see the screen. taller than me. I'm taller than some people and I'm shorter than others, but I like it. I'm happy with my height. Used to do cons and festivals in combat boots, and now I'm like, give me the fluffiest, softest, most supportive running shoes. I think I would do them in hikers this time around if I ever went again. Something really, really supportive. Tried everything else before Orthofeet. Should have just waited until the Orthofeet shoes came in. Are they so much better? Used to wear Vans, even Toms. Yeah. I would still pack heels, though, to wear, like, to, I don't know, like an event or a party or something, because sometimes you just want to be tall. And they make your legs look nice. Who's taller, you or hubby? Me, by, like, a lot. I am much taller than my husband. It's very cute. I reach the tall things and he picks up the heavy things. It's perfect. I had a breakthrough towards the literary connection that I had yesterday. Oh, do tell. Get the heeled boots with a steel shank. I don't know if they're going to let you into the convention hall with a steel shank. Have an ex-girlfriend who's 6'4", could always find her in a crowd. Yeah. 6'4" would be, like... 6'4", I feel like, comes with its own challenges at that point. You have to start ducking to get into stuff. you're going to start doming yourself on cabinets. I feel kind of too big for my house because my house is very old and people weren't as tall back then. Genuinely, people were not this tall back then. So all of the counters and some of the ceilings and the cabinets and stuff are just kind of at an awkward height for me. But that's fine. Yeah, 6'4", very tall. So both 50 Shades and Hungry Caterpillar deal with themes of greed and power and control. Oh, the shank is internal. It's the bit that goes from the heel to the toe pad inside. Oh, I see. I didn't know that. When you say steel shank, I'm picturing like am I picturing spurs? The things the roosters have on their feet. Rooster feet are metal, man. They're scary. We got groceries this morning. We got up early so that we could get them before stream because the last like 6 nights in a row I've been like, we should go get groceries, but I don't want to get up. I don't want to put my outside clothes on again. But we were like really out of food. So we finally went this morning, and he did the man thing of insisting that he's going to carry all the grocery bags back in one trip, and I'm like, I'm right here. Okay, I'll get the key. Hazel, have you ever shaved your head? I fried my hair bleaching it. Seriously considering buzzing my hair. Oh, Sarah. Baby girl. I have some photos for you. Where's my Instagram? Instagram.com/HazelNuttyGames. And I won't have to scroll far because I never post. Oh, Hazelnutty Life. I never post on my Instagram. Where are we at? I don't want to log in. I don't know my login. You should be able to see Instagram on the web without logging in better. I guess maybe. Can we scroll far enough? See more posts. I can't log in! Man! Was it Dragonflight? It was somewhere around there. I shaved it in 2022 and I kept it shaved. I kept it buzzed for like a year and a half, almost 2 years before I started letting it grow out again. It was awesome. It was awesome. You get a lot of people talking to you about it. A little bit in person, largely on the internet. There's going to be a lot of opinions, so you kind of got to make your peace with that before you do it, because people are just going to assume that you did it because you really want to talk about it. But yeah, no, it's great. It's fantastic. Nice reset. You're in the right place. Yeah, no, the chat command's gone. I got rid of it because it's not really relevant anymore. I am no longer in a comfortable low maintenance hairstyle. I like my hair now, but it is neither comfortable nor low maintenance. I gotta work on it and spend money and stuff. Gross. I gotta put product in it. I gotta style it. Anyway, let me find it. How long did it take? 2 years? My hair grows giga fast, though. I have some kind of freak genetics. And I find if I'm taking vitamins, my hair grows very quickly. It's got to be just like a genetic thing. I'm going to scroll until I find the photo that I want. There's one photo of me, like, real bald. And I feel like I look pretty hot. And I feel like if you're thinking about... Where is it? Oh yeah, I got engaged. I had pretty short hair at my wedding still, too. It wasn't that long after I'd buzzed it. It was just long enough to have some curls, and I kind of made it pretend that it was long by, like, pinning some of the curls up at the back, but they were just, like, 2 inches long. Yeah, about 2 years to grow back out. My hair is super curly, though, so it was cute when it was short. I'm helping. Personal hair choices, always for attention. That's why we choose to do what we do. Yeah. Don't worry, I've almost scrolled far enough. I have like my photos hooked up to my iCloud so I can access them on the PC. Oh my god, I filmed this video. This is not me looking at my sexiest, but I filmed this video that I never finished it. I never actually made it. It was so dumb. I spent so long on it. It was about the foam sound panels. I was like, I'm gonna do an expose on whether or not sound absorbing foam panels are worth it for the average streamer. and I'm going to do sound tests and voice tests without them, and then I'm going to install them, and I'm going to do the same test again, and we're going to compare. And I filmed all this footage of myself installing them. I did all these like pre and post voice tests, and then I got into editing, and I listened to them side by side, and they sound exactly the same. Exactly the same. And I'm like, I guess that's a conclusion, but ugh. Ugh. Oh man. It also wasn't lit very well. It didn't look very good. And it was turning into a bit of a mess, so I never finished making it. It's I think I finally deleted those clips off my computer. I think I finally accepted I was not going to I was not gonna do it. I was not gonna finish that video. Because I'm sure that if you had like an empty room, it would make a noticeable difference. But the whole point is that you don't really need foam sound panels. You just need to not have an empty room. You just need to get some garbage. Just get some furniture and rugs and like, I don't know, some XL dog beds and stuff. I must have scrolled too far. Did I kill this one already? Nope, not yet. Also, I'm not really in the right spot, am I? Yeah. It's okay. I don't need to find this. Apparently I won't. I'm scrolling through like 4 years worth of tooltip screenshots from raid guides. Oh, Miss Kira. Aw. Baby girl. Oh, here it is. Oh, it's me and Miss Kira. This isn't the one I had in mind, but this is this was me and my baby girl. I originally buzzed it like sort of like a centimeter long, and then eventually I buzzed it to this length, which was like a 1 or a 2. I felt super comfy, super easy to just like wash your hair, and it was also really good for my scalp to kind of be able to like actually get some moisturizer in there. I did feel a little bit though that just my head shape and then with my glasses, that when I was bald I looked a little bit like the villain from Spice World. The spooky paparazzi that like comes up through the toilet in Spice World. Do you guys remember that movie? That's kind of who I felt I was giving. And I never really shook that feeling that that's what I looked like. And I couldn't quite deal. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I didn't save the photo. I put it on Instagram. It's still up there somewhere. Because it was the same day, because I'm wearing the same top. Anyway. My baby girl. I miss my girl. Paparazzi and G.I. Jane. Yeah. And, oh, you can't forget. Oh, what's her name? Love her. Rest in peace. Irish singer. Sinead O'Connor. You can't forget her. You watch a couple of her early music videos and it'll make you think it's a really good idea, because she looked awesome, but she was gorgeous. She had just the prettiest face you've ever seen in your whole life. And I feel like any hair would have just like distracted from like how beautiful her eyes were. Alright. One mount, please. Have you been following the Bellular story regarding the future of World of Warcraft leaks? No, not even a little bit. I don't really care if they leak or don't leak anything. It doesn't matter. It's not out yet. I've never understood getting super hyped about, like, leaks or early news. Like, it might change, it might not. Just tell me when it's done, you know? Call me when it's ready. Don't get me up before breakfast time. Like, let me know when the eggs are on. Finally found the streamer of the most iconic raid guide videos. Stop. Shucks. Still want to know what the release date will be for 12.2? I want to know what the release date will be for 12.1. Best way to not lose your short friend in a crowd, give him the stilts. Find a film called Kinky Boots. It's a musical, right? I've never actually watched Kinky Boots, but I know it's a musical. I feel like it would be I like a good stage show. It'd be fun to see live. To be fair, someone at BlizzCon spilled coffee on a carpet, and Bellular will put 8 videos in the span of 30 minutes with the title "The Future Has Changed Forever." Bellular is very good at playing the game. I can't hate on that. It's not my style of content. It's not something I really try to watch, but I feel like he's the Mr. Beast of WoW YouTube. Like it's not people. He's figured it out. He's cracked the code. Of course he's gonna do it. You know, like people say they don't want that kind of like sensational, overdramatic, you know, sky is falling every single thumbnail kind of thing, but clearly they do because they click on it. What people say they will click on and what people actually click on are very different things. Gaming news channel, not Warcraft, is great. Not watching, but he does it well. Yeah, no. He's very good. I met him once. He was very nice. We had a short conversation on a bus. Yeah, I realized somewhat recently when kind of watching YouTube, because I was scouring YouTube looking for gaming content that I want to watch. Because for years, I just hadn't been watching gaming. It was like the chef that doesn't want to cook when they get home. I didn't want anything to do with gaming YouTuber streams because that's what I did during the daytime. I didn't want to see any more of it. But finally, I started feeling myself like a little creatively dry, a little stuck, a little over it. And I'm thinking, I want to, like, it just seems to me now that it's all so depressing. And it's all such a massive freaking bummer. I want to find people that are making things that are fun. I want to watch some stuff that's fun. I'm sick of watching, because I had been watching like a lot of, not even about gaming, but just in general, like commentary and video essays and critiques of stuff. And I'm just sick of watching people criticize things. Like yes, a lot of it deserves criticism, but like any more tearing stuff down and I'm gonna throw up. So I went looking to try to find things that I find fun and like actually genuinely like people having fun in games, because imagine what a concept. And ways that actually works on YouTube and like as a piece of media, and what is appealing about it and what is working about it, and you know what's just anything new and different. And I decided that I want to watch more YouTube, and I do not want to watch YouTube that is just about complaining about stuff. I'm gonna turn into an old complainy lady at the diner who thinks the coffee sucks. And it's like, well then get your coffee somewhere else, lady! Why are you spending all your time on this? Do click on dog videos way too often. Housing YouTube's more positive and fun. Yeah, it is easy to tear stuff down. And it's like, there is kind of like a basic level of like satisfaction of like, oh man, this person also thinks this sucks. I'm on the right side of this, whatever it is. Like, I see why people click on those, because I used to click on them forever. But I realized they were kind of dragging me down. All the housing tours have been amazing. So torn on what to play next season after taking a year break. World's your oyster? Game's full of possibilities. And I'm not saying that I don't ever want to be critical of WoW. Like, I also don't want to, like... It's a corporation. They don't need me to, like... fun wash them. But complaining about stuff for the sake of complaining about stuff is wild. It's always Shadow Priest. I feel like if the thing you're doing isn't fun anymore, it's a good sign to do something different. Anything different. We don't live so long. Life is too short for that. You and Krendor are great because you enjoy the game and have criticisms about it, but you go into the real reasons behind them and not just Blizz sucks because they just do. Or people trying to tie like a feeling of criticism that they have about the game to like something that's maybe more inflammatory, like the game is bad because it's too feminine now or whatever. Like there's a little undercurrent. There is valid conversation to be had about the Disneyification of Warcraft, but it does sometimes feel like people are just saying the game is too woke now. And that's something. Like, okay. I'm gonna click off now and hope that my algorithm recovers. Eee. I don't think that the storytelling is very good, but I don't know if it's because there's too many girls. Been watching Girl with the Dogs grooming with my 4-year-old. She really enjoys it. Visited my mom. Kiddo got to try out grooming mom's doggy, and the kiddo loved it. Aw, cute. Uh-oh. Unfortunately, we also discovered allergic asthmatic reaction to the dog dander. Ended up in urgent care in small town USA. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, I'm so sorry. I love Girl with the Dogs, and I would put it on, like, my TV in my in my living room, and I would watch it. But sometimes in the videos, the dog in question is complaining like they're about to be killed because it's because they think so. And my dog, not understanding the context of this, I think my dog thinks I'm watching doggy snuff films. Like, my dog gets, like, freaked out because, like, Moose will come over to the TV and he's like, who's killing that dog? What kind of sick stuff are you watching, Mom? Like, I have to watch it, like, either quiet or muted or when he's not there. Or, you know, at my desk or something because, like, Moose thinks it is dire. Repair your YouTube algorithm, delete it from your history, it'll wipe the recommended ones out. That's smart. I just click not interested on 45 things before it gives up. Sometimes I want to watch like 1 or 2 videos about a topic, but then I feel like I'm done with that topic because I found out what I wanted to know. But it keeps going. It doesn't know that I'm done. Gaming has never been woke. The rules have always been never talk about religions and politics. From day one, everyone agreed to that. I don't know if anyone agreed to that. I feel like Baron's chat has been about nothing but religion and politics since the dawn of time. I don't remember signing that. Yeah, tell that to Drake chat. Whenever she's grooming a husky, I have had 2 huskies and they're never that dramatic. Oh man. Good morning. How goes Rares? Good morning, Dougie Fresh. Going pretty good. Better than yesterday. I'm getting far more... I'm having an easier time finding rares to kill today. I'm on my 3rd character and we're an hour in and I've gotten pretty thorough clears in the first 2. Yeah, sure the Baron's chat religion was Chuck Norris. I think Chuck Norris was becoming a new religious figure among Baron's chat. Could you explain the things you're killing have been gone a few years? Absolutely. So, there's rares in all of the new zones. I have an add-on marking their location on my map, so these green skulls are where rares that I haven't killed yet on this character spawn. You can kill them once per day per character for a chance at loot, and all of them have a chance to drop mounts. There are 2 mounts per zone, so 8 mounts in total because there's 4 new zones, and I am basically just flying around the same zone, killing the rares on as many characters as I can get through in a stream for a very, very, very low chance for my last rare mount. So of the 8 mounts, I have 7 of them. I'm trying to get this last one to drop. We don't know what the drop chance is. We know it's not good. So that's what I've been doing on stream this past week. Which add-on? Have none of these mounts yet. Rare Scanner. Rare Scanner is that one. It's also nice because it marks a little waypoint on the map whenever it finds a rare, and it plays a little sound to let you know kind of that you found it and where it is, so you don't have to actually look with your eyes. Ooh, with how low this drop rate is in this last mount, I'm convinced it's sitting in your mailbox in one of your characters. I have mail from the auction house. Are all your hair and your pets plant-based? I think so. I like having a theme for my hunter pets and my different hunters. I have a lot of hunters. I have kind of a lot of hunters. And most of them have a theme for their pets. My remix hunters are each themed around the expansion that their remix was. My Mop remix hunter has Pandaria pets. My Legion remix hunter has High Mountain pets. This one has Harrier pets. I have a human hunter that was kind of modeled after me. And she had a dog named Moose and she had a big cat named Kira. Kind of an avatar thing. Feels like old school gathering professions where you had to farm 5x the number of nodes to get that last skill point. I mean, I feel like if this was over too fast, I wouldn't have earned it. Nobody will be impressed if I just get them all super easy. Although people are going to say I'm lucky no matter what. Especially because I don't have a number count, so there's no way for me to quantify how lucky or unlucky I've been. I bet you anything when I get this last mount, there's going to be people saying that I had streamer luck and GMs and whatever. But we've been working on it. It'll happen one day. Never give up. Whole Disneyification topic is so dumb. Tried to watch some videos about it. People are mad that the game's not classic. It's used as a buzzword for the dissatisfaction of the game. Yeah. It's a little too close to the culture war stuff. And I also feel like classic is a thing. Like, it's there, you can play it. I don't know. I don't really vibe with the story either, but I just don't. I just skip cutscenes. You can press your space bar. It's right there. I feel like it's just an easy way to farm clicks from people that are, I don't know, upset that the culture of the game has changed a little bit from where it came from. Best hunter pet theme is, oh hey, this guy looks neat. Yes, my hunter stables are an organizational disaster. How can you tell? Yeah, Rare Farm loads you up on Marl. Good stuff. I believe. Thanks, Dougie. Ooh, pardon me. 2 coursers for my hunter pets, matching my transmog. I wonder if I have themed. I feel like some of my other hunter pets are themed around the race of the hunter, because all of my hunters are a different race. I don't have any doubles. I also don't yet have every race of hunters, so one could say that I don't have enough hunters. You could make a strong argument that I'm not done yet. Mediocre hunter, how on brand. Thank you very much for the brand new Prime sub. I really appreciate it. Remember yesterday when I thought that I had cracked the code and I was like, I'm not getting sated after I lust myself, and it was a PvP talent. Need to choose a race for another paladin, human or Draenei. Have one of each race already. I am also Team Draenei. Do you match your mount to your hunter pets? I used to. Not wildly as much anymore. If I think to. Draenei paladins are dope. How many hunters do you have? We can count them here. I'm about to log off. Let's do a little hunter count. We can search on the page and do it that way. Only one of them is level 90. Only one of them is level 90. The rest of them are kind of 80 plus. Rare hunt, not bad in getting extra gold. When and if the last one drops, I wonder where the gold will come from. It's gonna have to come from wherever we go next. Also, I'm not really spending a lot of gold right now, so it's kind of just stacking up. If I'm doing the fishing farm next, I might make more gold from that, just selling fish. They're not all valuable, but some of them are. Alright, hunters. Alright, so here's my one level 90 hunter. We've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. I have 9 hunters. Well, that's just an uncomfortable number. We should have 10. We should level 1 more. Maybe 9 hunters. I'm gonna put Squidgy down here. Let's get on Crawdad. Didn't realize you had that many. Yeah, they add up over a while. After a while, over some time. Currently farming dailies for the Scorched Stone Battle Pet. Any other rare battle pets I should get? Depends on what speaks to you. There's always... I mean, it depends on how big of a grind you want. Some of them also, if you prefer to buy them with gold, you can bypass the grind that way. You know what rare pet I need to get that I don't have is I don't have all the delve pets from Midnight yet. There's a good one. Do delves until you have every delve pet. That Direhorn pet really wants attention from your character. Give me a grind or two, I can grind. Alright, Flawless Amethyst Bobbleworm. Save up. How many pet charms? Oh, it's a good job this isn't hardcore. I've been playing hardcore Pal World, and I'm not gonna lie, that got me for a second. A tiny part of me went, I'm not in Pal World, it's okay. 10,000 polished pet charms, and you can buy it off a vendor, or you can get some gold, and you can get it off of auction house. Oh no. Where are my pets? Where's my summon pet? Call pet. Here we go. Hello, everybody. I am still enjoying Pal World, yeah. I'm having fun. I just built a ring wall around my base. I'm not very... It's hard to play games around my friends, because they're all faster than me, they're all better than me, they're all putting in more time than me. Most of them are ahead of me, or at least doing things more efficiently. And that shouldn't bother me, but it definitely does. It definitely does. And when I'm listening to them talk about the things that they're doing, I end up feeling very small, and I want to log off because I'm too emotionally vulnerable. Even though I am doing my own thing and I'm doing just fine. I feel like I'm never, especially because we're probably only going to have the server for like a month anyway. And eventually I won't be able to log onto it anymore, so I feel like there's a time limit and I'm never even going to catch up to where they are now. But it's fun. We're playing a hardcore Pal World server with hardcore Pal Death as well. And no fast travel, which sucks. And I've been, riding around on my mounts because there's no fast travel, but my mounts keep dying. I lost my ground mount because he drowned in a puddle while I was fishing because I didn't notice him drowning because the fish was splashing. And then I lost my flying mount because a Vanworm cast one fireball at me, and that was enough for bye-bye Nightwing. I had a little Nightwing named Toyota because I didn't want to name it after a fancier car because, it's just a Nightwing. But rest in peace, Toyota, you shall be missed. What a way to go. Hardcore is so much more fun for games like that, though, because I feel like it lends itself to more like investment, it's higher stakes, it's better stories. It's less of a grind and it's more of an adventure because, like, there's real stakes. I have the Wormits from Ouroboros. Yeah. Do you have, Una? Did you ever get Una? That's a project. Mounts can die in that game. If you have hardcore Pal Death on, yeah, because you're just riding around on your pal, so your pal can die. And if it's hardcore, then you can't get them back. There's a lot of customization to how you can configure the rules for any given Pal World save. Got Una 2. It might be easier for you to look for what you don't have. You got them all. What about Ball? Yeah, do you got Ball? If they have Una, they probably have Ball. You should try this indie game called Mortal Kombat. Speaking of Delve Pets, got my first one last week. Lost Star, and it's huge. Lost Star. Do I have one? I don't. It's huge? Cannot pat. Oh, hey. One mount, please. I got Ball. Do you have Lost Star? You got the new Delve Pets? Because I don't even have those yet. There's a grind I could sink my teeth into. So the Pal of Palworld is the mount. They do all kinds of things. They're very multi-purpose. Pals in Palworld, you can ride some of them as mounts. You use them in combat. They have special abilities that you can use. You can also, they can work in your base. They have different jobs and you can have them do things like chop wood or cook things, smelt ore, run a freezer, generate electricity, all kinds of stuff. I'm not single. I am married. I am wed. What is the fish grind you mentioned earlier? What do they call it? There's some kind of an egg that can drop when you're fishing in Voidstorm, or I believe it can drop from those chests that spawn when you're fishing. And it has a chance to drop some kind of a netherwing mount. Let me find out what it's actually called. Nether Swept Drake. That's the one. The Nether Swept Drake. Lost in the Nether, found by you. That's the next farm after this. Oh man. Let's find the... Hang on. Hang on. Good opportunity. Perfect. Okay. Got to find out how to use my YouTube mod tools. Wow. Belated congrats on your marriage. Don't check in enough. Thank you very much. We don't talk about it every day, just when people ask. It comes up. We got married in 2025. We had our first anniversary not that long ago. Do you want to mod me on YouTube? Yeah. For sure. Also... Okay, good. That was a wild chat, yeah. Good. It was good. I haven't had one of those yet. I swear, anytime I get it for coffee. There you are. There you are. Let me mod ya. You have the power. What's the rewards for the anniversary event? What's the rewards for the... Oh, for our wedding anniversary. Dinner. Little gift. I like presents. Need to learn YouTube mod tools myself. I went for hide user from channel, which I think is a shadow ban. I would have gone for a normal ban, but I couldn't find it in the drop down list, so We did what we did. There's about 3 buttons. Yeah, not a lot of nuance. Delve pets are only from the regular green chest at the end of delves. Do you think that the right way to go about farming the delve pets is to just spam low, easy delves? If they have the same chance to drop, right? Then I may as well do them on like a low difficulty and just quickly. Yeah. I wish there were more. Oh, no, I don't want that one. I don't want that one. This character's only level 81. I do need to make sure I buy him some potions, actually. Do some shopping. Especially because now that he is level 81, he can use them. Let's see. Gilded Brutosaur. Bountiful, yeah. I have lots of keys, though. I have lots of keys. I could do low level, even level 1? There's like a conspiracy part of my brain that's worried that it wouldn't have the same chance or it wouldn't be able to drop on a super low difficulty delve. But like, I don't know why I would think that. I wish there was more transparency about exactly how those things work. I just had the same thought. It's just kind of annoying trying to figure out what the best and most efficient thing is to do. Because you don't want to shoot yourself in the foot. Never want to shoot yourself in the foot. Alright, let's get some potions. And then I will read about your idea for a new profession. I want Silver Moon health potions. Silver. I also would love some refreshing serums. That's a great idea. I had caps lock, I guess, partly on the first time I searched for that. Now every time I look for it, I'm looking for refreshing serum! I need it! Right now. There we go. Get 100 of them. Yeah, the keys will probably reset in 12.1, so now would be the time to do that sort of thing. They usually reset between seasons, I think. So they don't let you stockpile bountiful keys and then do, like, a whole week's worth of every bountiful delve every day. Okay. Anchor Jim's got an idea for a new profession in The Last Titan. Since we're going back to Northrend and doing a bunch of Titan stuff, imagine if you could dig around Northrend and uncover a bunch of cool artifacts and learn more about lore. Learn more lore about relevant cultures. You could call it, I don't know, archaeology? That crazy? Heard various things, don't know what it's actually true. Had keys over War Within on several characters. Did they not reset? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe story matters, wish I knew. We are in season 1, but we're getting towards the end of season 1. We are approaching season 2. Sometime in the summer, season 2 is going to drop. It's on PTR. They've done raid testing for it. I will fight for them bringing Ark back until the servers die if I have to. I liked it. I thought it was a fun game. 50 plus keys in a Demon Hunter, just leveled to 90, never touched it again. Yeah, I've got... Doing this, honestly, gets you lots of keys, because you'll get your weekly coffer key shards from killing rares. And I have, of course, I've done lots of this, but I haven't done a single delve. I'm slow at delves. I do them slowly. I was thinking, I could, after I finished... after I finish getting this last mount, we're just going to get them out, I could, like, try to spend all of the coffer keys that everybody has... and just, like, do every bountiful delve every day on, like, the easiest difficulty. Tips for anxious raiders. Over-prepare and don't be afraid to leave groups to find your people, I guess. If you're in a real toxic bug, you can always hide chat. But exposure is the main thing that's going to help your anxiety. Is you just kind of got to do it, which I know is not a helpful thing to hear. I'm anxious about a lot of things, and people tell me that I gotta just do it, and I'm like, thanks. You're right, I never thought of that. But finding the easiest version of it that you can manage, and then doing as much of that as you can is gonna help it wear off. You can do a bountiful delve at a low level. You could do a bountiful delve on like a level 1 or something if you wanted. Mega delves are later than 12.1. They are not a 12.1 thing. They're one of the patches between 12.1 and 12.2, I think. Delves, you get more loot with max level. But would you get a better chance to get things like the pets? I feel like that's so hard to know. You get like higher item level gear, but if you're not there for the gear and you're there to try to get like the pets, maybe you should just do them on level 1. You want to do them fast. Mega Delves sound fun. I'm excited for those. A lot of people really like the sound of those. I don't, but I might change my mind. Do you play less WoW with your partner than you did before since you moved in together? Moose, kittens? Yeah, I think so. I think we used to play... I mean, we'll always, like, play WoW together if we want to. If we want to play WoW. We played during the Mythic Plus season and stuff. But we're not going to just, like, log on and level alts together anymore because, like, we're usually playing other games or doing something else. I feel like I've gotten kind of tired with my age, so we're more likely to just kind of, like, put on a movie now. If you don't participate in the raid, then you can't get rewards. That's what I tell myself. I don't raid anymore. I do Mythic Plus. It's too stressful, so I do Delves instead, and I'm enjoying the game so much better now. Worry my DPS is too low. Yeah. You can try joining like an easy enough raid where it doesn't matter, and then just hide meters and just work on practicing. Or it could all be all in your head. You could have awesome DPS, and you just have DPS dysphoria. Happens. Hazel, do you have a GM friend to just give you the map you need in Zul'Aman? Hey, can you do me a solid? It's so many parts of that story are so surprising to me. Is the thing I love about it so much, that there's people that young and dumb that are playing WoW. Like, that's crazy. I thought we were all, you know, creaky and cranky over here. As a Frost Mage, I have DPS, PTSD, and raids. So much toxicity. I don't turn on DPS meters, so to me, my DPS is fantastic. I do that in PTR. I don't want to worry about performance in PTR because it'll stress me out because I'll feel like I'm not helping enough when I'm raid testing, but I'm like focusing on like getting footage and stuff. So I don't look at meters and I just assume that I'm awesome. I'm not, but in my head, I'm amazing. Never have to know. Every time you refer to yourself as old, I age a day. I feel older when put in comparison to like teenagers and like people in their young to mid 20s. But I don't think that I'm old. But I also, if I had a GM friend, would not dream of being like, yo, can you like risk your job real quick? I don't want to do this key again. Would not, like, I don't understand. It's so funny. It's so funny. Oh, GM memes immortalized now. As long as the boss dies before the enrage, it doesn't matter. If you never got to the enrage, yeah, it's done. It's always fun to work on your DPS and to try to like outdo yourself and to perform better against yourself, but it's nicest when you're just competing against yourself. That's one thing I like meters and logs for, is just so I can benchmark myself and then try to improve. But as soon as I start trying to compete with other people, I'm going to quit because other people is flabby and you're never going to win against flabby. The sad part is the answer is sure. That's the crazy thing. I think they already reverted the key, so that's fine. I don't necessarily think anyone in that group should be banned or actioned because, like, the worst thing that they did was ask a GM to interfere. I feel like that's a meme. I feel like that's just a joke. Like, that's... No one's gonna seriously expect that it's actually gonna happen. It's just the fact that the dude did it is crazy. Planning to quit soon anyway. Figured they'd go out with a bang. I was reading that they hadn't even had the job that long. They'd been in it less than 2 months. Guy was apparently bragging, was even like, hey look, I'm in the key with y'all. Wild. So funny. Yeah, no, the GM should probably no longer have access to those powers, but like the people in the key, I feel like it's fine. People were like talking about how like the pug tank was gonna get permit, and I'm like, I hope not. They didn't do anything. That's weird. I am sure that because of all of this, there's all kinds of people at Blizzard that now have to sit through some really fun, very interesting meetings. Someone's gonna have to do some meetings. Can help you feel younger. I'm almost 60. How you doing these days? Hi, Zarian. I feel like I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, good days, bad days. Keeping it together. I'm still marching along. I'm getting excited about his new GM powers. One mount, please. I'm ready. I've been something and steadfast and steady. As if such things happen for the first time. I mean, maybe it's happened before, but I feel like that's a weird thing to try to get away with because, like, I feel like there's records. I feel like even if the keys weren't being logged and posted to Raider.io, you could still, like, I feel like Blizzard has internal tools that could check for that kind of thing. GM powers for a fortnight became a case study. You think they're going to tell the story to their grandchildren? Hazel, I'm chatting with my boyfriend. Have you ever paid a stupid tax when you were naive or young? I opened a credit card when I shouldn't have and fell for a door-to-door sales lady once. Oh, I mean, not to like get a not to get mean or anything, but I probably shouldn't have gotten engaged when I was 20. I probably shouldn't have gotten married and moved to a different country when I was 21 to an older person. That was maybe a little bit silly of me, but of course I wasn't going to listen to anybody. That one cost a couple years and a shocking amount of money. Some lessons you have to learn the hard way. Now I know. Now I know. I get it. Live, you know, win some, lose some, live, learn, etc. A lot of people get married before 20. And knowing what I know, I don't know if I would recommend it, especially with an age gap. You can, I mean, it works for some people. All blessings to my ex and other folks in that situation. But there's a very real risk that the younger partner is going to outgrow the relationship or the older partner because they're going to change a lot. Like, I met them when I was 19. I was not the same person by the time I was 26 or 27. Maybe in a different culture or in a different community or in a different age, I wouldn't have changed that much. But in modern North America, I became very different at 26, 27 than I was when I was 19 and met the person. My priorities changed, and sometimes that means it's not going to work. And now I'm the one marrying a 21-year-old. By the way, here's my husband. I haven't told you how old he is. I'm going to drop him off at school. He did have a nice dog. It was a nice dog. Got a gaming magazine subscription at college. Silly me. Oh, I feel like that's good nostalgia. I would feel bad for not holding on to at least one of them. I feel like that's a cool coffee table item. Makes me feel better. I didn't get married, but I did move across the country for a guy at 19. Yeah. Could have been better. Could have been a lot worse. I wouldn't say I have regrets, but I'm doing better now. What else did I pay the stupid tax on when I was young? I mean, student loans a little bit. I probably shouldn't have taken those out and gone to school. I probably should have taken a gap year to find out that I didn't actually want to be a professional trumpet player. That might have been a good revelation to have before I took out any money to go to school and then immediately drop out. 12 years ago, they did not have any AI, and they still checked all the complaints and watched new GMs manually, and yeah, the system logged all the things that GM did. Moved across the country for someone at 29. She's on the computer next to me now. Flabby moved very far to come live with me, and we did that very early in our relationship, but we were a little bit older and closer together in age and at maybe a different phase of our lives. Biggest regret right now, going to college at all. Yeah, we hadn't been romantically involved very long, but we'd known each other for a long time. We were friends for many years before we ever fell in love. Can I just mute an entire guild? Won't stop advertising every 2 minutes? I just tend to leave public chat channels until I need something in them. I just /leave trade /leave general. I thought I was going to be a professional French horn player. Are you still a recreational French horn player? I did. Yeah, I did marry Flabby. I did do that. He's the father of my dog. It's funny that every time it comes up, there's like new people that learn. just like 1.5 people crashing out every single time. Not a big deal. What are we doing? I'm looking for my rare. I don't know why I'm getting so lost. I've done this before. Okay. I got talent points to spend. Everyone needs their Flabby, but you have the Flabby. I do have the original. He's a good egg. I've returned. Welcome, Black Plato. Hi, it's me. I'm the returning viewer crashing out. I wonder how the kittens are doing. I decided to start my stream with the door closed, and I figured I would let them in at halftime, because normally around 9 in the morning when I start stream, they're still bouncing off the walls going like cuckoo crazy. And I was gonna give them a little bit to finally get into like their comfy mood so that they weren't just like unplugging my camera and stuff. Blizzard have logs that happened before. A kid was given a green Mechanostrider by accident, got to keep it. What did you used to do for legendary members? It was on Patreon. I used to draw. I had this thing where I was gonna learn how to draw. So I was practicing and starting from scratch, so I was very amateur at it. And I would draw. At first, when I first set up Patreon, the highest Patreon tier was I would draw an individual commission. And I think very early on, it was for each person each month. And that very quickly became untenable because it took me like 30 hours to do these things because I wasn't very good. So I did a lot of redoing and they still weren't very good. But, and then eventually it became that I would draw a new card, a new art every month. And then I would print them out and I would sign them and I would mail them out to people's homes. And it was a pretty good chunk of every month dedicated just to keeping up with this at a certain point. But the money that I earned from Patreon at the time was enough to kind of help me be full time and to justify being full time and to kind of save up for everything. So it really meant a lot. But I did eventually wind that down, and then I went on to YouTube members, where I do the member video now, which is much more sustainable because unlike drawing, I actually know how to make a video, and also I can kind of show all the behind the scenes and the non-WoW stuff and the cats and the plants and all that. That's all in the member videos now. It's also a bit cheaper than Patreon was. My highest Patreon tier used to be more expensive. The reveal was fascinating to me because I guessed it a long time ago and assumed we were all just being polite. Yeah, I figured people would put it together because we weren't like terribly subtle about it, but we were like a little bit under the cover because a lot of our friends didn't know for a while. We did kind of the world's softest soft launch. In my mind, Mystery Man was not a gamer, but also he wore leather. I do not know why. Oh, definitely not a leather wearer. Flabby likes shorts. Flabby's a shorts man. He's one of those people that even in the dead of winter, unless he is like going fishing somewhere very frigid, he's going to be wearing comfy shorts. Oh, thank you, Michelle. That's really sweet of you. I'm fun enough to hang out with. I second guess a lot, like how much I like how to stream it. I spend so long streaming and I'm so used to monopolizing a conversation because that's kind of what a stream is, that I tend to overthink when I'm speaking with other people to make sure I'm asking enough questions and spending enough time listening and not contributing when it's not wanted. When I was younger, I was a lot more impulsive and I would just say whatever funny thing came into my head, and it was, I think, maybe a lot. But I may have overcompensated and toned down too much now because I'm just kind of insecure. I feel like that one youngster, or he's like that one youngster in Pokemon. I like shorts. They're comfy and easy to wear. My wife and I are the gamer reader combo. We'll have our 30th anniversary next year. Oh, happy early 30th. Wow. Very strong Venn diagram of gamers and shorts year round. I can't do it. I get so cold. I put on more weight. I still get cold. I'm chilly. I don't understand. I have my feet. It's July and I have my feet in a foot warmer right now and I have a blanket on my lap. And that's just so that I can get my elbows out instead of like wearing an enormous hoodie every stream. Would live in basketball shorts and a hoodie if I could. Speaking of fishing trips, what's been caught this summer? Not too much. We haven't made it out too many times. There's not a big window in which to do it, and if there's like yard work or other chores, or if I'm just like really tired, it's hard for us to get out and go. Have you considered thyroid? No, but I also like don't have a doctor, and I don't know that I want to bother the emergency room. Walk-in clinics don't really do a thing anymore. Unless I'm actively dying, I am unlikely to seek medical attention. Yeah, could be anything. I've always kind of been like this to a greater or lesser degree. Maybe because I'm tall, my hands and feet are just really far away from my heart. As a fellow reptile, shorts don't exist for me. Is that window regulatory? I just meant like a window in the week of like when we have days where we can go fishing because I'm not streaming or whatever. Just like days off sort of thing. But there are also regulations and also the fish move too, so there'll be different windows for different spots. Since we moved out of the city, it's a little farther to get to fishing spots because I kind of moved a little to the woods. We used to live in Victoria. There was all kinds of ocean fishing shore spots you could get to. Here to witness the mount drop. I'm looking for my guy up here. Need him to spawn. Have folks in chat been watching the bears catching salmon? I watched a couple bears catching salmon the other day. I was feeling bad for one bear that looked like he was like shrinking a little bit in his head because he was watching all the other fish. He looked like a young bear and he was watching all the other bears catching fish around him, and he just kind of like sort of tried but wasn't even a little bit close, and he looked like he was feeling bad about it. I appreciate that you'll still have me here even if I don't financially support you, but if I have the means I'll definitely keep doing so. Well, listen, I'm gonna work hard and I'm gonna try to be successful so you don't feel like you have to keep me floating. Not that you should anyways, you certainly don't need to, but here, I'll put a little extra work in. We'll try and do well. I used to feel like it was kind of vain to want to be successful and that perhaps it was shallow of me and I shouldn't try for that too hard because it was gauche. And it's occurred to me that maybe some people want me to succeed so they can live vicariously through me. Perhaps I function for some people like the sports team they're rooting for. And maybe they want me to get numbers or do brand deals or something so that they can feel as though their horse has won. I can try and do that for people. It occurred to me when I was watching people root for cast members on Love Island after Love Island. I have never seen people so hyped to watch people like promote strange products. But it was like, oh man, yeah, our girl or boy or whatever is doing like a big brand deal. Yeah, and people are like really like genuinely stoked about advertising, which is so funny to me, but it's because they're rooting for this person and they just want to see them win. And in the attention economy, usually that's how you quantify success, is with brand deals. True, but I'm still waiting for your solo trumpet concerto. Hear you on the medical doctor struggle, but as someone who just avoided a life-threatening condition via proactive medical vigilance, I encourage everyone to prioritize it. It's very, very good advice. Super weird. I'm glad you married someone we know and not some random guy, even though I've never met him or you. Such is parasocial relationships, I guess. I'm glad you guys like him. I like him. It's good. What server is everyone on? I'm on... Well, I'm not on Lightbringer right now, but I usually play on Lightbringer. I've been putting some of my alts on different servers to try to make it easier for me to find rares. The apples and cheese is fun. I bought avocados today and I thought they were on sale and I found the receipt and they were not on sale. I'm pretty sure the sign said they were on sale, but I don't care enough to go back with my receipt to complain about it because I'm not that kind of person and I just don't have that in me. but they're pushing it real close. Does Flabby play any significant gnome alts? I think the only time Flabby has ever made a gnome is when we're doing like a character swap where we each make characters based on each other's characters. I don't think I've ever seen Flabby play a gnome of his own accord. He plays a lot of dwarves. He likes characters with, I think, racials that are quite good, and I think he likes dwarf racials. He makes excellent use of stone form and then the dark iron dwarf stone form. If you had to go back to the story, you'd bring it up. Otherwise, nah. I'm too socially anxious to complain about something like that. Even if I have the receipt, I am so conditioned to not complain about stuff. And I've internalized that so hard. I'm not going to do it over $10. I would have to be out like $100 before I thought about actually like complaining to a human person about that kind of thing. If he's big into racials, you'd think he'd be Horde. I'm an altaholic. Proudmoore, Hydro, Lightbringer, Grizzly Hills, Twisty Nether, Moonguard. Did what Hazel did, had a couple other ones. $11 then. The altaholic thing reminded me. We watched... There was a show, I don't remember who carried it, and I don't remember where I watched it, but it was called $1 Million Decorators. It was a fairly old-ish show that followed interior designers, back when they just called them decorators, doing like high-ticket projects, and also it was a little bit of a reality show just following their lives and whatever. And there was this one guy, and I forget his name, but he was very funny. He was very flamboyant. He was a big character with big main character energy. And one of the side tangents of this show was him getting hypnotized to try to break him of his chocolate addiction. Because as he said, I'm a chocoholic. And it's the most quotable thing. He was like, there's a whole scene of him just kind of, it's trying to like convey that this person really likes chocolate, and he's like having some, and he's sharing them with his assistant, which is very nice of him. You know, he could have easily, with that kind of money in that era, been a massive jerk to his assistant, but he was very kind, and he was sharing them. He's like, you simply must try them, they're delicious. And it's burned into my brain. It's been years since I've seen the show, and I can never hear the phrase blankaholic without thinking, I'm a chocoholic. And he went to the hypnotist to try to have them talk him out of it. Look on the mount. The hunt, Hazel. Hope you get the last world drop mount. Still missing 7. Wow. Got 7 more exciting moments to have. What time is it? 10:42. I should take a break. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I catnapped a tuna. You want to see my baby? He's waiting his turn at the kibble bowl. Mr. Toonie. Toonie has diabolically sharp nails right now. I need to do your nails soon. I put you on my lap or on my shoulder the other night, and he caught me like right here. Let's see. We get the door open now so we might get visitors. After they're done with our kibble, of course. One of the best things about our animal friends are the little dots where the whiskers emerge. You're so cute, man. God, so big. Normally, before bedtime, we'll bring out, like, the wand toys and we'll play with them, like, a lot. Like, we'll run each of the cats around until they get so tired that they're, like, kind of, like, panting and they'll, like, lay down and stuff. And it's like, okay, you guys can have your dinner and then bed. And you might actually sleep through the night. Or at least sleep long enough to let me sleep. And I didn't do that last night. And I really should have, because last night I was trying to go to bed and I had my blanket in my little pocket and the cats are just like rumbling, like big hardcore WrestleMania cat showdown on the bed, like on top of us. And they weren't like attacking me, so I let them do it. I didn't like move them or anything. But I was just laying in bed like hiding under the covers, feeling them just like thump around right on top of the blankets, thinking, I could have prevented this. What nickname do you have for the pets? Precious boyfriend is asking. Tuna is Looney Tunes when he's being crazy. He turns into Looney Tunes. He's the big kahuna tuna when he's looking majestic. And he's toony most of the time. Tiki is my tiki bird, or my tiki bear, because he's my little cuddly teddy bear. And because he goes... When he's really excited and he's really happy, he will sprint while trilling. And it's like a little runaway train. You'll just hear and the cat just goes near. And it's like getting dive bombed by a bird. And then Moose is my Moosey Bear. Or Mr. Bear. Mr. Moose. Moo Bear. No, your reaction was totally fine. I enjoyed it. You're fine. It is exciting. Okay. Google Translate. Could you not? Sometimes YouTube gives me a little icon and I don't really know what it means in chat. I wonder if it's just like an unrecognized emote or something. Might start doing this onto my alts too. I certainly wasn't getting anywhere when I was just kind of hoping they would drop from the rares I was naturally killing on my main. That's for sure. Oh, I should have maybe healed. Well, I'll just hit the regrowth whenever it pops. Oh, is it the auto translate? So it's when it thinks it needs to translate something that somebody said. Maybe that's what's going on. I can actually survive a little bit on a druid. I'm happy with that. Pleased. We call my cats trills her Windows startup noise. It's cute having two and seeing them like be so different. They're very different vocally. Tiki is very chirp forward. He does chirps and trills like a little bird. Tuna is very pterodactyl forward. He does that's like Tuna's signature sound. It doesn't sound like much, but I promise you it's a dead ringer impression. And if you do it, like if he's not in the room and you start making that sound, you can call to him and you can summon him with it, which is very funny. If he hears you, he'll come running over to be like, hey, what? What do you want? What's the big idea? You talking to me? I do not sound like that. Yeah, Tuna was the one who was screaming at the vet. Tuna's a yeller. Tiki's not. Hi! Tiki makes the cutest little high-pitched noises. Meep. Hi, Squeaky. You wanna come up for a second? Just let me finish this rare. Bless me with your luck, Tiki Bear. One mount, please. Nope, not quite. Hi, baby. Come here. Oh, there you go. Have a nice cuddle. You feel better? You got a little extra food. Nice full belly. Hi. Oh, there you go. He's gonna flop on the lap. I know they're cat size. They look like cats now. Tuna still looks like a kitten a little bit. He's got like the little short body, although he's like 10 times as big as he was when I brought him home, but not actually 10 times. Hi. Tiki's like, he's definitely gonna get a bit bigger, but he's definitely got like the miniature cat look now. Hazel, wanna hear a joke? Yes. I did do the cable protection thing. I did. The power bars are protected now, so they can't just like step on the power button and take me offline that way. They can still, if they are rocketing through where the cables are all plugged in, they can still wiggle things enough that they can like cause audio static or disconnect stuff. But preventing that's going to be a much bigger problem. And so far it seems easier just to kind of keep the office door closed when they're really crazy. Hi! Princess Bloodshed! That's the joke! Oh, hi friend. How are you? One mount, please. Those epic drops, man. They get me. Oh, he's purring. Oh, he's cute. Oh, my rear's up. Gonna do some decor duels. Just going for the mount. Good luck, good luck. Have fun. I feel like decor duels are so fun. I got a kick out of them. Thought that was it. Big jump scare. Maybe this will be it. Not quite. Let me check my meal. Auction house meal, I guess. I must have been selling some meat and stuff. Couple hundred gold. Temporary gear upgrade. Way better than a mount that you'll always have in your mount journal. It's funny that I'm working this hard for this mount when it's a ground mount that I am arguably going to ride once. I'm not exactly about to embark on a big life-changing adventure on the back of my friendly local Witherbark Pango. Oh, Tiki's being so cute. He's like snuggling up to my arm. Like my wrist as best as he can reach. I love you, buddy. I love you so much. He's such a nice guy. And even when he wasn't feeling very good, he was still really nice. And that's incredible. No one has to be nice when they're feeling bad. It's challenging. It's hard. I'm not always nice when I'm not feeling good. I get hangry. I think Tiki's just decided that the best way to get whatever he wants in life is charm. So he just deploys it to the maximum at all times. He'd use this cat from my druid again. I liked farming for it in Legion. Yeah, it's something. Kitty got so much more snuggly since her haircut. Wondered if she's cold, but coat's already starting to grow in again. She might be a little chilly. I always used to joke, they used to cuddle more after their baths, and I used to be like they were just fawning, like, don't do it again. Look, I'll be good. Don't make me go in the water again. You don't have to do the stinky yellow stuff anymore. Hi all, hope everyone's having a good Thursday. Right back at ya. Getting lots of rare kills today, pleased with this. Oh, regardless, we love the cat snuggles. Yeah, it's hard to complain. I don't think I'll ever take a cat snuggle for granted. I loved each and every time that Miss Kira fell asleep on me. We had so many really wonderful naps together, and now that she's gone, and I have these babies, every like head bump and curl up in the lap or under the covers and purr and snuggle they're all really special. I feel like that's like the highest luxury in life, is to have nowhere to go, a comfy place to sit, and a kitty that really loves you on your lap. It doesn't really get better than that. I don't think money can buy anything better than that. That's the peak of luxury. That's it. On one hand, I want you to be lucky and get them out, but on the other hand, then it's over. Don't worry about it too much. We'll find something else to work on. It's not like I'm gonna stop streaming. New vet says she thinks brushing can irritate gums. Just put the toothpaste on the gums with a finger daily. Do you think you'll get another lady pet in the future? I want one. I just need to make sure I'm not taking on responsibility that I can't afford. Pets are super expensive, especially today. In today money with food and vet care and whatnot. And I want to make sure that we've got enough of savings for everybody's emergencies. And with 4 pets, it would be kind of a lot. But I do. We were joking about a lady kitten or a dog. Moose would want a dog so bad, I'm sure. Maybe one day, but not yet. Hi! Hi, Mr. Tuna. How are you? You have a yummy lunch? What are we doing? We're gonna do this. When does your bird ownership arc start? Listen, all love and light to bird owners. It could not be me. I watch sometimes like pet video compilations. You know, like your daily dose of pets, that kind of thing. And I don't connect with the bird videos and the bunny videos the same way I connect with the dog and the cat videos. I don't feel that need to have a bird. I think it's lovely that other people have and love their birds. I do not want a bird. I like birds outside. I have ravens that live in the trees over my house. I nod good morning to them. They laugh at me when I'm doing something dumb in my yard. That's about the extent of my relationship with birds. Tuna might quite like a bird. I've been trying to keep Tuna. I think Tuna wants a cat fountain because he's been trying to drink out of the aquariums, and that's not good. We don't want that. I wonder, I should probably try to get him a cat fountain. If he wants running water, he should have it. Oh, this rare sucks. I forgot about that. Train your bird to say your Saturday news video intro. I think I might be done with Saturday news. I think I might be retiring it. I don't want to like make a big post and a big stink about it, but I think they're over. I think I'm forging my way into a new era of something else. If I had a house and not an apartment, I'd do my darndest to get a capybara as a pet. Apparently I've heard good authority that the mounts can drop for sub 90s. I wouldn't try it sub 80, but I don't even know if you can get out here sub 80. But I've heard that this can drop just fine on sub 90s. Daydream training a raven to bring me cash. I just want the ravens to know that I mean them no disrespect. I don't want to bother them. I don't want to get on their bad side. I enjoy them. I don't really want to give them anything. I don't want them to take anything from me. I want them to... I just don't want them to be mad at me or my dog. My greatest fear is that Moose gets on the wrong side of a corvid. Because they are in great numbers. Don't roll off my lap, my friend. Careful. Oh, look, I got an epic soulbound bow. That's just what I always wanted. During COVID, someone was putting cat food. Oh, you're gonna roll off! Well, I think we're down to one cat. Give me a few coins, hope they bring back money. I don't think I have cash. Do you think they'd take Venmo? Apple Pay? Apple Pay, but it's just you giving them apples. I wouldn't leave out food. I think he's okay. He fell off my lap under my desk. He's still there. I think he's breathing. Hi, bud. He's doing the cat thing where they fall off something and then they're grooming like they always plan for that to happen. They're definitely not embarrassed. Nothing to see here. Yeah, putting cat food outside I feel like is a really great way to have some extra rats that you didn't plan for. Last year we had a sassy crow outside that would call our cat to the window. Oh, wow. Okay. Cat has definitely fallen off laps in her sleep before. They just get so noodly and sometimes they don't know where their center of gravity is. And I feel like it's hard for these guys because they're growing so fast that they're not used to their bodies yet. They're kind of clumsy still. It's very cute. Universal reaction to falling and tripping. Did anyone see that? Woohoo. Decor duel not over yet, but will end with 12.1. So go farm it now if there's anything that you want from it. Go forth. And duel. Hello, Hazel. How do you feel about no news about Season 2 as of yet? I'm fine. They'll announce it eventually. I'm sure they won't. It's not like we're going back to longer patches, so... It's nice to have a date to plan around, but I'm not like booking time off for it or anything, so I don't really need it. I should start raid guides before they announce it and not just assume I can get it all done in the whatever week or 2 weeks or whatever they give us. I've been working on them a little bit. I've been getting some stuff together for them, but I should probably be really sinking into it now. You get double the rewards. That's what people were saying. Need to do that actually. Yeah, I feel like if you want to know when you're going to run out of time for goals that you're working on, like the Mythic Plus season or whatever, that's a valid thing to know, but also just assume that it's soon. Whatever you want to do, just do it. Do it now. You won't regret it. That's a pretty bird. How much do you care about the lore? Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. You could kill every single main lore character and replace them with the cast of the minions. You could turn them all into minions and I might not notice. You can go into a cutscene and they're just like... Pushing title this season on 4170, bit annoyed, still waiting. Care about Chromie? That girl has been dead. Like, I feel like she died so many times in the multiverses and stuff. Also, she's not real. She can't die. She's not real. It's... I don't have enough emotional investment in the characters to care remotely whether they live or die. Got to try out the BlizzCon goodies. Love the new housing decor that explodes itself to death and then reborn. Ha! You care a little bit. It's just not my wheelhouse. She can't hurt you. She's not real. Oh. I don't know her. Alright. On my handy dandy fire mage that we've been slowly figuring out for the sake of farming rares. I've gotten through so many characters today doing this. I feel like we're really crushing it through rares. Lots of kills today. Happy with that. You just press combustion and then you press fire blast when it's big red stuff on this, or pyro when it's big red stuff on the screen. And anything else that feels like it's gonna make pyro proc. That's a good idea. Yeah. That's why we should kill all the characters, replace them all with boomkins. There is decor for decor duels. It's on a separate vendor. If you are looking at the decor duel vendor, look to your right for a chair. There is a vendor disguised as a chair. It's very cute and kind of subtle. I heard something about the decor staying. I didn't look into it firsthand. Not 1000% sure. I probably could have waited for pyro. Or for, combustion, rather. The only time I legit cried in WoW was when Ursoc died in that Shadowlands cinematic. I'm close a couple other times. That one really got me. I'm emotionally invested with a couple. That's good. I feel like you can't enjoy a story if you're not invested in it. And that's why I don't really enjoy it. No stakes. If the decor is staying, are they going to change the purchase currency? Did they confirm that already? Or is it just that you could buy more copies with your leftover currency? Because that would be a bit grim. Varian almost got me. I like Anduin, but man, I wish Varian was still king. Dagran Morning Magni got me a little misty-eyed. Varian, yeah. The one that a lot of people seem to get was like Ysera and the stars in Dragonflight. No, Shadowlands. Dragonflight? Shadowlands. I don't know. One of those two. People seem to really like that one. Rainbow Cloud, thank you very much for the 18-month resub. Legion? Secret third option. Marl for Decor Duel Decor after Decor Duel has decored its last duel. Hey, you made a tongue twister. Also, hey, Dave. That one didn't get me as much. Must be Heartless. I think it's me. I think I'm Heartless. I think I'm the dead inside. Had her death spoiled for me. Am I gonna sit around and wait for this? Yeah, we'll do another lap. Go check on all the north ones again. Zul'Aman's really growing on me. Could have been worse. I could have been stuck in Voidstorm for my last mount. That would have sucked. Talking about kings, we got a £5 note with King Charles III on it recently. Has the Canadian money changed now too? Is it weird to see? It must have, but I almost never handle cash. So I don't know. I haven't seen any new money. They must have. They must have new stuff. Outside of WoW, do you collect other things? I try not to. I try not to. I have some things that you could describe as a collection, but I'm not actively trying to add to it. I have some WoW plushies, which I feel like is a great collection of WoW plushies released during the date in which I was buying WoW plushies. I certainly don't want any more of them. Yeah. I have a couple of watches. I have like 3 Cassia watches. Is that a collection? I was gonna get more of them. I was gonna get into collecting them, except that they don't make new ones that I find cute. I don't like the new ones, and therefore I don't buy them. Do you have a favorite WoW character? I think Kelsey's Steel Spark is the answer I whip out for that, but I really am not that into I'm not that invested in any of the characters in the story. I'm a narcissist. I like my character. My favorite character is mine. Why did I suddenly remember the time your Mechanome Hunter had 2 pets? Yep. First pet Itchy, second pet NUTZ. Can't make it up. He came with that name too. I didn't name him Nuts. I just enjoyed it. Ethical nuts enjoyer. Wife and I looking at G-Shocks? This one's a G-Shock. I have G-Shocks. This is an analog G-Shock. Actually I have one G-Shock, which is this one. It's pink. I liked it because it's pink. I like color. I think people on Reddit are so thirsty for these square digital G-Shocks in black. And there's these dudes on Reddit that are like, oh man, I got like my 15th one and my wife won't know because they all look the same. And I'm like, she has a point. Like I don't understand the appeal for like more of them with minute differences and different features when you don't even use any of them. Oh. I like him as kind of a fashion accessory that also tells me the time and doesn't tell me my emails. I need it to just tell me the time and that's it. That isn't a clip. We've lost the plot. Bought 1 Casio. Think I'll collect more. Only want 1 more analog watch. I thought I was gonna want more, but I guess I like the ones that I have, and I don't want to wear a watch that I don't like. So I'd rather just wear the ones that I have that I like until they come out with something cute. I want them to make more analog baby Gs, but they seem like they're not gonna do it this summer, so whatever. Fine. Had to teach a 22-year-old coworker how to read an analog clock a few weeks ago. I want to get off the ride now, please. I feel like lots of people, even older people, not everybody learned analog clocks. You don't come across them as often now. So I feel like there's probably plenty of people in various demographics that are rusty with them. I learned them very late in my life, I feel like, and I've only gotten faster at reading them more recently because I have them around the house and I don't wear digital watches, I only wear analog watches now. But I like the shape aspect of it. I like that, like, I'm not going to know exactly to the minute what the time is as quickly, but I'm going to get a general sense of like, oh, hey, there's a third of an hour left in this hour. Or like, we're just like, I don't know, like a quarter past this one. Like, it gives you a better visual indicator of like, in a pie chart, how much time is left within a given chunk of time. Been on military time for the past 12 years. Kids had to learn them at school. They were younger than you. They taught them to us at school, too. I just didn't retain it until later because we didn't have to use it. I had a digital watch on my, I don't know, Tamagotchi or something. Like the idea, but I'm not really an accessory person. Don't even really wear my wedding ring. I didn't used to be an accessory person, but I've come to appreciate them because I decided that I want to look like I got dressed on purpose and that I didn't just get out of bed, but I still want to wear clothes that are effectively pajamas. And I've discovered that I can do that with like jewelry and a watch. Makes me look slightly less pajama clad. I am still fairly pajama clad. I am wearing sweatpants and a big t-shirt, but a little bit of a necklace and a little bit of a watch and some earrings or whatever makes it look like it's intentional and not like it's just by accident. Despite the fact that it's largely by accident. Also do the accessory thing. Yeah, it feels like a cheat code. Flabby's more like you, though. He doesn't like having, like, stuff on his hands or, like, his wrists or anything like that. I don't think he would ever wear a watch. Danger, danger, danger. Cooldowns. Danger cooldowns. Mainly gotta watch to see texts and calls since I keep my phone on silent. I want to stay off my phone as much as possible. Yeah, it's a good idea. I did that too. I had an Apple Watch. But I'm at a point in my life where nobody texts or calls me now. And the people that do understand that it may take me somewhere in the neighborhood of 50 hours to find out. I try to keep my phone away from me physically so that I don't end up doom scrolling. I have a bad habit. Text-based scrolling platforms are really toxic for me because I get sucked into them and I don't surface for air and they make me very cranky. Used to really love wearing rings. Lost a few of my faves. Have grown out of it. Want to get more pretty rings instead. Gold apparently got really randomly expensive in the last couple of years. I was a bit miffed to find that out. Silver too. Yeah. Cassie watch is very boring now. Back in the day, interesting calculators, moon phases. You can still find the occasional fun one. I feel like Swatch is more the brand for like really colorful ones, but I don't like the ticking on those. They're loud. The Casio ones don't make noise. I wanted at one point I was looking at, there's like a boutique brand in London that does really cute watches. And I kind of wanted one, but it was kind of expensive. And also I kind of like that my watches are like cheap and sort of indestructible, so I don't have to stress about banging them on stuff because I'm not very conscious with my limbs. Mr. What was it called? I guess he's got a moon phase. It's very cool. All right, we're gonna sheep this one. Yeah, water resistant. It's dive safe up to some crazy amount of meters that I'm never gonna go down to because I'm not diving, but I could swim in it. I take it off for like showers and stuff because I don't want to shower in my watch, but you could shower in it. Yep, for fishing. I don't stress about getting them wet if I'm fishing. I always wear watch fishing. That's how I can tell when it's time to leave. Am I gonna be okay? Hard to say. This one always gets me. Let's use our special potion. Trying to set the precedent that I'm not reachable via text or whatever at all times. My mother has trouble with this concept. Yeah. I tend to only reply to things during my normally accessible hours, but also I have very few people in my life and they know that I'm flaky and hard to get a hold of. It's not a nice thing. It's kind of a toxic trait of mine. But I'm not really responsible for anything aside from my own pets. Like, no one needs me to pick my kids up from school. There's like, I'm not really needed for emergencies. There's very few emergencies in which I am the answer, which I appreciate. All right. One mount, please. I feel like I whiffed that meteor. Yo, 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 Chad and Hazel. Yo, 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 what's up? What was that funny watch called? Mr. Jones. Yeah, they're from London, and they're fun because they don't... So this might really annoy people. Also, I'm not partnered with them. This might really annoy people. They don't have hands. They don't have hands. Instead, they have like two pieces that move, and in this case, your little floating lemon thing is the tiny plastic duck is your minute's hand, and the stretched egg is your hour hand, and you just have to kind of estimate based on that. There was one of them that was a cat. This one, I thought this was very cute. It's got maybe because it's a cat, it's got like a mouse and then the cat, and it's kind of the same thing. Kind of want one will be in England. Yeah, they're a bit spendy. It's a small business, but they did look cute. Maybe one day. Right now I'm still recovering from the avocados that I thought were on sale. Brand's good, always wanted one, hard to get in Australia. Yeah. Talk to Tally about where to find watch deals. Is Tally into watches? Cheap for a small steel maker, right? I say. Still reeling from the avocados that I thought were on sale. Yeah, in Canadian dollars, that would be quite a few. Like, 225 pounds to CAD. That's 421 Canadian dollars. That is not a whim purchase. Still cheaper than the Switch 2, but, like, that is definitely not like your average fashion purchase. I don't think any of my purses are worth that much. Watch brand, Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones watches. I just bought a Switch 2. Do you like it? Are you having fun? Alright. One mount, please. It's also, though, I will say, it's not pink. I have very loud colored watches right now, and I kind of like them that way. I like my big, loud, bright pink watch. I don't want my watch to look classy and blend in. I want my watch to look loud and stand out. I need it to make up for all of the not loud that my outfit's gonna bring. Did you know mining and herb nodes in Classic? Or in Midnight are Classic nodes? Yeah, they're like fancy upgraded versions. They're like upgraded copper and upgraded silver and stuff. Kinda cool. I want OLED and new Zelda. If I get good news about my work contract, that might be something I get for myself to celebrate. Otherwise, I'll hold off. Cross my fingers for good news for you. Only got new Mario Kart. Aw, you're gonna have lots of fun. I heard people really liked Pokopia. Pokopia. I don't know how to pronounce it. Not sure if that was real or not. Archaeology? Did he... On stream we were just memeing. I don't know if it's an actual thing. If you heard it somewhere else, it might be true. On Twitter or Reddit or something. Mileage may vary. Had a craving for a couch game, jumped into Breath of the Wild of all things recently. Washed out of it quickly when it first dropped. Do you like Zelda games usually? I feel like it's really cool. It didn't get me to stick with it through the end, but I could appreciate that it's like a really cool game. That's been lovely. Nice. I'm trying to think if I have anything fun going on in my Pal World save that I would want to show you guys if I did like a Pal World tour at the end of stream. I don't think so. Ocarina of Time is one of my all-time favorite games. Top 3 if not number 1, but haven't played many others. Wind Waker, yes, loved it. Gotcha. Ian said something like, we definitely need to bring archaeology back in the last dev interview. I wonder if he was kidding? Rare Ian joke. I feel like Ian's probably very funny, but because of his position, he kind of like can't joke with us in videos and stuff. Because people will just take it way too seriously. I feel like he's probably hilarious. Starts the Variety Friday chant. Archaeology likely to return in Last Titan, other than a screenshot, didn't say why. The super open world aspect of Breath of the Wild was something I didn't enjoy at the time, found it overwhelming, but more chill about it now, which I think is allowing me to enjoy it. Think he has dry humor? Yeah. Frankly, that's a skill issue. I know people got mad about that, but that's still the funniest thing he's ever said to me. Alternate universe would get more of that. Give me honesty and tell me what you really think. Oh. You know what? He was kind of right. Sometimes it is if you want to do something hard and it's not working. Sometimes you gotta look inwards. You don't have to do the hard thing. There's lots of other things you can do. Nothing says you have to. Favorite clip with Ian is the thing he did with Preach sitting in front of Blizzard HQ where he says, "Didn't you quit?" I missed that, but that's very funny too. I feel like Preach has very publicly quit a couple of times. Which is fair, you know? Change your mind. You're always allowed to change your mind. Do newer Zelda games look fun? The idea of how weapon durability works really turns me off. Hazel started knitting a few months ago. Couldn't remember if it was you or your sister who was the knitter. Working on my first jumper. Aussie for sweater. It's my sister. My big sister is a phenomenal knitter. She's really good at all varieties of fibercraft. She made me that purple sweater that I wear. Jumper. That purple jumper that I wear sometimes. I made a tea cozy once, and I misread the pattern so badly that it had big basketball tank top armpits. It was very silly. It wasn't very cozy. Still jumps into WoW, mainly does variety. Good for him. You gotta do what you want to do. I am so easy. If you are nice to me one time, I will never say anything bad about you for the rest of my days. I am not somebody who would have an easy time being, like, critical of friends if I had them. Preach is one of those people that was really nice to me once. And it was so long ago. But, forever in my good books. Never forget it. You say we're changing up the content? A little bit, yeah. I wanna do some new things, and I wanna do not the things that I was doing. Not that I was doing very much. Teddy bear, very loud teddy bear, but one nonetheless. Sometimes online loud works. People connect with energy. And if that energy comes out as volume, it's still energy. People want to feel a little bit, you know. Okay, here it is. Alright, one mount, please. Hello, Mr. Void Touch Crustacean. Help a girl out. One more, and then I'm done with this character. I've gotten through so many. It's a good thing that I moved my Magheart Orc Hunter out here. All ready to try another ult, another batch of rares. I wonder how many we've killed today. I've never even counted how many rares are in my typical loop. It's all the rares in the zone minus 2. I don't do Ashran? Ashawn. I don't do Ashawn, and I don't usually do Diamondback. Maybe on a main. Yo. Yo, what's up? Hello, how are you? Welcome. I did go to a university for like a second. I did 1 semester and then I dropped out forever. Does that count? I did not graduate. I'm a big old dropout. I was not ready to be out on my own in the world yet. Only killed those ones a couple times, and now I skip them every time. They can drop them out, but they're... I mean, Ashawn especially really trucks. And most of them are just so... I'm gonna make sure I take myself to rested. Most of them are just so, whatchamacallem? They're slow. It takes a long time. Alright, we're getting back into hunter territory. Get some nice rested. I'm very slowly leveling like this. That's how I feel about the Stormarian rares for Voidstorm mount chance. Yeah, I farmed both of those mounts. I never did the Stormarian rares. I would sometimes do... Voidstorm has a lot of elite rares. I would sometimes do the caster one with the interrupt. Forget his name. Farthon, maybe. I did Revengerus a couple times, but he really hits. But I would never bother with the Stormarian ones. Still so confused about Stormarian assaults. That's okay. You could pretend you've never heard of them. You wouldn't be missing out on much. I guess there's technically some cosmetics involved. Oh, I did not log out in a rested area. I'm missing out on free rested. My pet's dead? What a mean thing to say. No rewards that we need. Not gear-wise. There are some cosmetics, unfortunately. If you are a cosmetic collector, you might want to have a quick tab through. More times than not, it was just me, and as a tank, it took forever. Did you do a house tour? In-game? I have a... If you ever get really early to the stream, or watch the intro back, it's basically a house tour. It kind of looks around all of the different areas of my house. It's not super fully decorated or anything. It's got a few rooms. I need to keep working on it. I need to add a few more. I've got a little... My favorite room that I'm most proud of, I think. Well, my favorite room might be the bedroom, actually. I quite like the bedroom that I did, but the room I'm most proud of is probably... I have a little stream room in my WoW house that I set up as sort of like a mini tribute to my actual stream room that I'm in right now. I did like a desk and a computer with like a little camera. I put like some pictures, some portraits on the wall behind it, and a shelf. I used some crates to try to like approximate the IKEA shelf. I also have a YouTube video that's a tour of my first version of my house, but I'm on version 2 now. I completely deleted that one. The video's still up, but the house is gone. And honestly, I've kind of forgotten what it was like. I'd have to watch my own video back to remember what I had even done with it the first time. Back before I knew what I wanted to do. I think I was very afraid to try to approximate objects out of other objects at the time. I didn't really want to, like, try and build things. And I got a bit braver about trying to put things together. And build like little custom furniture pieces the second time around. 12.1's gonna have lots of fun new decor. I'm very excited about that. It's not just pets and houses and blueprints. There's all kinds of new stuff to decorate with. I still haven't unlocked the Horde house yet. My Alliance one has taken so much mental bandwidth. I had so much fun decorating my Horde house because I felt like it was so much lower pressure. Because I knew it wasn't my main house. I was basically making like an Airbnb. It's in a public neighborhood. I just wanted it to look kind of cute if anybody wanders through it. It's my vacation home, you know. Like a vacation home. It should look cute. It should look themed. Mine's a bit tropical because it's on the beach. But not like super lived in or terribly detailed and intricate. You know, something you could clean real fast. Kind of helpful housing add-ons fit. I did do one of those back then. Haven't unlocked the... Oh yeah, I read that one already. Where's Murloc? Here he is. Next to the apple orchards. I choose to think the orchard is mine. These are my apples. One mount, please. So much better luck today about getting kills on all my characters on all my realms. So much better. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Whew. Unlucky number 13 is, I think, how many rares are in my normal circuit. We could maybe do some math. Sometimes I skip a few, though. Like, my priest didn't get every rare in the circuit. I was wondering if I could approximate how many rare kills I've been doing. Doo-doo. Maybe this one has my mount. Yeah, that one for sure. Hey Goose, how you been? Here, I'll drum roll. Back when I used to, it's a little unreasonable. I feel like I would harm my fingers a little bit. But back when I used to do mount runs where you'd like clear a whole raid before you get one chance at a mount that's like 1%. I would drum roll before I looted every time. Not so much these days. Maybe the next one. Could always be right around the corner. Randomly came across one of the ZA mounts myself earlier today. Congratulations! Was it the flying mount or the ground mount? I wonder if it's the one that I'm farming. Ground one. That is the one that I'm farming. That's the last one that I need. That's funny. Congratulations. Yeah, Witherbark Pango. That's the one. That's my white whale right now. It's okay. The only rare mount I have is from the Midnight Zone drops. It's good ones to have. Drop rate's not very high. Same here. I feel like I had a lot of Shadowlands rare mount drops. I feel like there were a few rares in Maldraxxus that had mount drops that I camped that had like a pretty good drop rate. I remember doing that. The Haunta still won't give me the mount. Wasn't there a trick to that? I'm sure you know by now. There's like a hidden condition or something before Tahanta is eligible to drop you the mount. It's the mount drop that gave birth to endless conspiracy theories for every other mount drop. Pango is one of the first rare mounts that I got super early into midnight after only a few kills. No biggie. I think just being a bone boy. Yeah, I forget what it was. I just remember it was annoying. Maldraxxus rares were tied to summonable bosses, had rare chances to drop them out, not super rare like midnight rares. Some of them weren't summonable. They were regular rares, but it was only one mount per rare, but the drop rate was higher. There's one in the top right of the zone and one in the bottom area of the zone somewhere. I think they were just like regular spawns, though. Alright, maybe this one's my mount. One of my first ones was the Vibrant Petaling pretty early. I remember that because I was very jealous. Because I didn't have any yet at that point. You kept being like, oh man, I got another rare mount. And the Vibrant Petalwing is the best one, in my opinion. That's my favorite one. Still trying to farm the book in Maldraxxus that lets you tame undead pets. Oh, is it rare? Ooh. Expansion launch day, I got like 5 mounts, I remember. Crazy. Yeah, that was so funny. Oh man, I get almost as much experience from mining a node as I do for killing a rare. That's wild. That's the one I still need. It's either rare or my luck sucks. Yeah, little column A, little column B. Farming the egg from Maldraxxus. Oh, the Necroray eggs? Is that what they're called? I remember those. I did those towards the end of Shadowlands, and they were mean. I had so many characters that I had set to Necrolord, and I was doing a lot. I did make a decent amount of gold doing that, because I would open all kinds of Paragon caches that would give me like a bunch of gold each. A couple thousand. Remember that journey was long. Yeah, those were rude. Frustrated. Yeah, I bet. I don't even remember what the main thing was. I would just do emissaries, I think, maybe. Whenever it was like a Necrolord emissary on Necrolord characters. I would just sit in Maldraxxus, do the emissaries, and then get Paragon caches? Something like that. Still farming Unity for mail and leather. Not really focusing it. Need to get back to it at some point. Nice. Yeah, that's a good one. I never did that. Remember when there would be triple zone weeks? Those were the best. Like all 3 emissaries in the same zone. My brain has deleted much of Shadowlands from my brain to free up the real estate. The Gilded Waiter was the one that really got me. So many Bastion treasures. So little gratification. Hi all, finally caught a Hazel stream. Woo! Hello! Twiggy Mapigus. That can't possibly be how you say it. Thank you. Hello. Welcome. Welcome to the YouTube stream. Great name. Phenomenal. Oh, hi. Oh, Tiki, you're so cute. He's laying on the ground just right by my chair looking at me, and when I meow at him, he goes, meep. Yeah, just like that. You hear it? Meep. He yawned. He cares not for my silly attempts to record his meows. I've got Tuna by my feet and I've got Tiki by my chair. They're both on the floor, like right next to me. Heard a purr though. Sometimes it's just me trying to summon them. Hi! This mount looks like Coleus. Shadowlands Table, still a pretty decent way to make passive gold. I liked it for pet charms for a long time. Because you could make the anima to send the missions just by sending missions. What is it? What are you meowing about? We could do this all day. Oh, the plant. My neighbor has some. Love it. Is that the one that's got like the... It's just for its foliage. I feel like I had some of that. I got some seeds from the Bouchard Gardens or something. Because we saw some at Bouchard, and sometimes it's like purple and green. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Sometimes I'm just doing it. Hi! What? Had to catnap him. He's too cute. You gotta come visit. You got anything to say? He like trills like a bird. I don't know if you guys are getting that or not. It's pretty cute. Tiki's the real Void Lord. He's my friend. This is my friend Tiki. Nice to see you, buddy. Okay, let's go look for tiny vermin, huh? That sounds good, huh? Such loud trillpers. Oh, tiny vermin's up. We gotta go get it. So jealous when a black cat so bad speaks to my witchy side. I was telling him if I was a witch, and maybe I am. Perhaps you can discover witchhood. Maybe it's not too late for me. Alright, you would be my familiar, huh? Are you trying to engineer a wardrobe malfunction? I'm telling you, that's not the path to fame. It didn't work for Janet Jackson, and it's not gonna work here. Hi. Oh. This is why we like crew necks. Hi, baby boy. What do you want? What do you want? You want my watch? He's really gentle with his paws and his claws. And his teeth, for the most part. Mother, I require your attention. What can I do for you? What can we do? Maybe I'm just gonna... like a degree down just so we get like a tiny bit more tiki here. Huh? Hi. What do you like? What are these for? They're for nibble. My baby boy. I love them both very much. Tiki's very sweet though. Tuna's very sweet too. Tuna and I were bonding yesterday. Tuna was on my lap through all of lunch, and then I scared him because I got up and started dancing, and he was kind of offended. But then he came on my desk the whole time I was working in the afternoon. Hi. Do you want pets? You like the forehead rubs, huh? Those are good. Oh, I was gonna park her somewhere she can get rested. That's right. I also need to grab another character. I suppose I could just grab any alt, really. Because, probably back up on Lightbringer. Cat haters who say cats have no loves for humans are delusional. Just look at this little guy. Yeah, I've never really understood that. Or people that are like, they're just using you for food. And I'm like, well, so are your children. Like, what do you mean? Two things can be true. Hi. Aww. That's a baby. That's a baby. I went too far. A friend of mine recently adopted 2 new kittens, also siblings, and at first thought we were both males, but now that they're older, vet confirmed one is actually a girl. Aww. He renamed her from Odin to Freya. Oh, Freya's a very cute kitty name. Let's grab Squidgy, maybe? Yeah, let's do Squidgy. Why not? Loki and Freya. Excellent cat names. Huh? Those are good ones. I think some people don't like that cats tend to have boundaries. Well, some cats have boundaries. Cats don't... Some people don't like... They want, with a pet, they want that thing that a dog gives you, which is kind of like the unwavering, unconditional devotion. Although, they really haven't met my dog. He also has boundaries. Moose has opinions. But, people don't... They don't really want to, like, give and take with a pet. They kind of figure, because, like, I bought you, and you're mine, and I feed you, that I should get to make all the rules. And people don't really want to compromise. You're so stinky. You're so stinky. Are you just tooting? What's happening here? Why do you smell? They have their own personalities. The tricky part's finding one that vibes with you. My cat has 0 boundaries. Yeah, this one wants to follow me everywhere, including the bathroom. If he had his way, we would do synchronized everything. Bit much. Humans are cats' pets, yeah. Has Moose given you the old stomp and sigh recently? He's been really debating whether or not he wants to come in when it's nice outside and we're trying to get him inside. And he's like, well, do you have a treat for me? And I'll show him a treat. And he's like, what else you got? I don't get out of bed for less than a chicken strip. Hi. I'm such a crazy cat lady. I love them so much. How can you not? I mean, I know people don't have to. Some people have allergies. Some people have personal space. Some people don't want a big little kitty climbing up them. Hi. How are you? Your head smells nice. It's the other end I take issue with. He seems that because I'm sitting, I should be holding him. Love how Tiki rubs his head on the mic like Kira did. He does a couple things that were very Kira-isms, and I like to think she's beaming them to him to help cheer me up, because I get quite sad sometimes. Because I miss her a lot. I love these... Bless you. I love these guys, but I miss her a lot. Hi. Buddy, try not to break my necklace. I can't afford to replace it. I love cat people because we get excited over each other's cats. My wife literally takes the maximum amount of allergy pills per day just to have the cat around. She loves her. Yeah. Hi. Flabby came to us with cat allergies, but I think we, I think we maybe exposed him out of them. I don't know. I don't know if that's a thing. He still takes allergy meds seasonally, but not all year round, and he seems okay. Although, we do have a lot less cat hair around now that we have the robot vac running every day. Yeah, I love them a lot. I can't imagine living without them. I feel like I would be very sad. Henry still isn't a cuddler, but headbutts have started and sleeping near. Oh, that's so cute. He's purring so much. He's purring so much. That's my guy. I'm gonna cry. I am too squishy for this. Oh man. Let's go check for this one. One mount, please. Animal choosing to spend their time with you. Such a precious, beautiful thing. I feel like that's why it gets me so hard, is he could be anywhere. We have a house. There's like 40 pet beds. They're in any variety of room. You could be anywhere you want to, and you wanted to sit with me right now. I'm always extra flattered when Moose wants to hang out with me too, because sometimes Moose does want his private time. Sometimes Moose will find the one room that nobody's in. He'll like go in our bedroom during the day when no one's in there and sleep on the dog bed in there because he just wants some peace and quiet. My wife seems to be used to my cat's fur specifically. Put her anywhere near my mom's cat, she'll get sneezy. When you get kittens, you have less of a chance of being allergic as opposed to adopting an adult cat. Interesting. I've mentioned before, I used to be, as a kid, horrifically allergic to cats. I would get hives. I had a sleepover once and I slept at a friend's house and they had a cat that slept in the bed that I slept in. And I came home with just like big welts all over my body, and it was like a whole oatmeal bath situation, bunch of Benadryl trying to sort me out. I used to get hives all up my arm every time I would like pet a neighbor cat or something like that. Both my sister and I had allergies as a kid, so we could not have cats. But then, I don't know, I grew up and wasn't around them for a while, and then eventually got a cat and it was fine. Thank God. Hi. It's the most expensive thing in my life that's worth every penny. Hi, baby. Oh no. Bestie roommate has a cat we got as a kitten, and I'm allergic to cats, but she really doesn't bother me at all. Can the kitty play WoW? They can step on the keyboard. Tuna, my other kitten, really likes walking on my laptop when it's open. I do like a Zoom yoga class, and this kitten is walking on the keyboard while I'm busy like holding a yoga pose, so I can't get up and stop him. Or I shouldn't. And he's minimizing the window, and he's muting it, and he's tabbing out, and I'm pretty sure he's logging onto Amazon to order cat treats. Very, yeah, huge cat thing. The whole time it's going bonk, 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 bonk. It's making like the not allowed Mac noise. Probably in my room the most, begging me for attention. My void jumps in my lap while I'm sitting on the toilet, and I'm like, this is not the time, bud. Not now. Dog loves to tap my iPad screen with her paw whenever I'm watching videos on it. Kira used to, I'd be laying in bed reading a book, and she used to put her body between myself and my book, like, pay attention to me. You should be looking at me. I bet if you could shop, you would order treats, and you would order kibble, and you would order the toys that are like the little birds with the feathers. Maybe blankets. Although we have lots of this. We have lots of comfy places to nap. Where are my rares? My rares are drying up. I guess I'm on a normal realm. I'm not in war mode. Perhaps I should sort that out. Will my Hearthstone take me anywhere good? Also, I'm nearly out of time. My stream's over in 10 minutes. What am I gonna do? Oh, Dornigal. That's not what we want. Don't read books. Books bad. Pet cats instead. Whenever I was like scrolling on my phone and she would get in the way, I was like, she's just looking out for me. This is just a good idea. This is just Kira with good sense and wisdom. But sometimes the book, I really wanted to read it. Stream went by too fast. It's okay. There's always another one right around the corner. We do 15 hours of it a week. There's always more. You guys watch my new YouTube video? Could you tell me nice things about it? It's okay if it's not true. I just need an ego boost. Can you hype me up real quick for a second? Thanks. Hi, Tiki Bear. Oh, you're so cute. I love it when he's so relaxed. He kind of like opens his mouth a little bit and you can see his little teeth. Did see you posted it? Haven't watched it yet. Well, if you do, report back tomorrow or whenever you get by. Funny, love the editing. Thank you. Cheers. Roger, Roger. Bet. Thanks, guys. Watched an old one in Legion. The tip you gave for the shoulder enchant from the pet vendor in Dalaran helped me. Oh, nice. I've already long forgotten what that was. Probably be what I watch next since you'll be gone. Oh man. Saw a long loot window. I thought I was about to get lucky. I made a note in my calendar to make sure I don't forget. I'm adulting. It's only 4.5 minutes long. It's not going to ruin your day. It's not even really long enough to sit and have lunch. Maybe that's why people like 15-minute videos. It's just about the right amount of time to put on while you eat lunch. Make something a little longer. Okay, I am turning on war mode, and then I'm going to head back out there and see if we find any more rares. Gets followed into work tasks easily. Can't relate. You guys can't see him, but he's cute. Whenever he's just gazing up at me, I don't know if he's falling in love or if he's contemplating whether or not he wants to attack my hair. He just kind of like leans back and he looks up and he just watches me and occasionally does like a slow blink. Oh, I should take Aerial Halt off the bar. And it's like, you're either being very cute or you are plotting violence. The answer is yes, yeah. Why not both? Baby boy. I don't know if the person who wanted a house tour is still here, but maybe what I'll do is I'll park this character back in the inn of the village. Also, I never set my Hearthstone. But I'll park her in the inn of the village, and then I'll do a real quick walk through my house before I leave for today. You may just want to cuddle. He seems to be having a nice cuddle. Put your face closer to his nose. If you put your face right up to his face, he will very gently, and he mainly does this with me, he will bite me just a little bit on the very bulby tip part of my big old nose. He'll just go, chomp. And the first time he did it kind of hard because he hadn't learned his bite inhibition yet, and he had sharp little kitten teeth, and one of them went in my nose. Oh my god. Have an urge to watch competitive eaters when I eat lunch. Really? Fascinating. He won't just lick you. He has to nibble a little bit first before he wants to do any licking. He wants to comb your imaginary fur with his teeth before he grooms it with his tongue. Be sure to summon a kitty on tour so we can get the full experience. Just ate the best panini from a cute little Italian cafe and I'm blown away. Ooh, I'm jealous. What was on it? That sounds good. I'm hungry. Going home. Hi. I can't put my face next to your face. I can't bend my back that far. You pet him and he just goes. You rub the top of his head and he just closes his eyes and opens his mouth. You're so funny. You guys can't see. This is terrible content. I'm just describing it. Hi. Oh. Sometimes they like it when you rub their ears between your fingers. Not every cat likes that, but some of them do. Okay. Home we go. We can get our Tiki out. I renamed my Bombay cat to Tiki because it looks just like him. Rustic Italian bread, roasted mushroom, red bell pepper, zucchini, mozzarella, spinach, tomato, pesto, aioli. Oh, I want one. That is so me-coded. I would mess that sandwich up. I would happen to that sandwich. Also, it's lunchtime for me, so it's kind of hungry. I'm kind of hungry. Alright, I'm looking for Tiki. There he is. Summon him. So freaking good. We'll be going back. Yeah. There's the boy. Here's the yard. I am way up in the hills in the Alliance neighborhood, number 32. I have a little like patio situation with my little hot tub and my fruit juice over here. A little sparkling water. I have my greenhouse. Happy with that. Because you're going to your nearest Italian cafe for lunch. I would be driving a while. I think I would be driving a while to get to an Italian cafe from here. Okay, I must become the Italian cafe. I must cook. Greenhouse, little seed of the ancients, some strangle kelp, some bags of ostensibly soil. Definitely not coffee. This is where the chickens are gonna go. And when I get the chickens, I'll replace the grass with shorter grass. Because they would have mowed it down. This is not really anything. I just didn't know what to put over there. Oh, baby boy. Are you happy? He looks happy like a Pixar cat would be happy. Like he's doing a lot. Okay, welcome to my foyer. Welcome to my entry. We've got some plants in the windows. We've got a little storage bench, and a little bowl for your keys, a little rack for your purse, or your dog leash and whatever. We're just cleaning up a little bit. Don't mind me. That's where the fishing rods stay. A little place to wash your hands to get the COVID off them after you first got in your house. Let's go through here. Here's a little living room slash dining room. Most of my homes are a living room slash dining room. A lot of modern apartments have kind of open concept living, so you end up sort of using rugs to section them off like this. Here's couch space. A little fireplace, some tea, some snacks, a little couple bookshelves. Here's the food space, a little sideboard with some fruit and cheese. This is what I would look like, my home would look like if I was the kind of person to host Oscar parties. I would have a sideboard with bread and cheese and grapes, but alas, I have neither the budget nor the taste for that. This is the kitchen. It's in progress. Obviously, it's not like done or anything, but I've got the bones of it in. I wanted some counters. I wanted some cabinets. I wanted a sink. I want to build an oven, maybe around here. Maybe around here, actually. Bump these guys out to the side and put an oven kind of in the middle. I like the island, though. Happy with that. Oh, baby boy. You're so cute. Bedroom. Lots of art on the walls. Makes it feel kind of art gallery-like. I'm not super happy with that, but it's fine. I think I need a bit more furniture along here. Maybe like a storage cabinet or something. And then a little seating area. Have a little coffee. I feel like really fancy. Like rich person bedrooms also have like a living room in the bedroom because they're like, well, we did the bed. Now what else? And even though this is literally a T-shaped hallway piece, it's still huge. I needed like the little T-shaped nook just to make a little bed nook with the dresser and the laundry basket. That's my gold. Some books and a little cup of tea. Books everywhere. Very important. And then the only other room left to show you is my stream room. This is, you get some lights. We put together a camera out of a couple of different pieces of thingamajigs and bibbly-bobs and stuff. And we made a couple of monitor stands. We made a keyboard and a mouse. We put together kind of a PC. We hooked up a couple of blinky-blonky cables to simulate the cable mess back there. I made like a really janky microphone out of beams, and these are kind of thick, but beams and barrels. Diable barrels. And then in the background, just like we have in real life, we've got knockoff IKEA shelf featuring various plushies, doodads. There is an aquarium, just like our tank back there, featuring a quill and also some fish that have potentially seen some better days. And then, you know, you got some cushions. You got a little purple LED. You got some posters. You know, it's familiar. In real life, there's a dog bed that goes like right here. Maybe I should try to add one sometime. I like it. Anyways, it is noon. I am done with my stream. I will be back tomorrow. In the meantime, if you haven't seen my video yet, please, please watch it if you want. It's about mini-game toys that you can use to kill time while you're waiting for stuff in WoW. I feel like that's useful. It's on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate the company. I'll be back tomorrow, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.